Please don't hear any of this, Brad.
And Dad's like, I got the fuck out of there. I was like, oh man, you didn't partake?
Do you fear death?
Oh, one of the greatest lines of all time.
I could have chopped it. I could have chopped it.
Trumpinator 2020.
Making me 30 sides of red sauce.
Listened so much. Are you
That needs two, motherfucker.
Episode 86. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most high maintenance person I've ever met in my life. And you. So, fantastic.
Just you, at least.
Great.
Most high maintenance person. Like, you're just meeting me tonight.
Oh, no, I've known this, but
You seem surprised. Like,
took her 32 minutes to make a mimosa. That was impressive. But you brought tacos, so it's all forgiven.
there you go. See?
That's your secret. You bring taco meat, and then
Yeah.
it's all good.
My secret is I can say and do anything and then go, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Theo started doing this thing where he'll do something like that probably gonna get him in trouble, and then
Really
he'll go.
bad, and then he, like, sends an emoticon.
No, he'll go. Not yet. Although, phone. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird deal.
like
Kellen doesn't have a phone yet, does he?
No-ish. So, his father figure quit answering my phone calls. Ever. Like, wouldn't have him call me back or anything. So, I set him up a Gmail account. So, he sort of has one. Not with phone service, but if he's in Wi-Fi, he can text me.
That's cool.
Just for peace of mind, if there is some reason I need to get hold of him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So you got him like a Google phone?
No, it's like one of my old phones from 10 years ago.
Oh, so still
But
terrible.
I signed him up for his own Gmail account.
But you can, so you can communicate.
So, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, like the chat, or you can do Google Call.
What about? So you've got one,
Just one.
and what's your name again?
A
Ember.
4-year-old
Ember.
does
Okay.
not have a phone.
No, she
You don't
does
have
not.
a phone for Ember yet.
Mm-mm. Not unless you count the Dora the Explorer one. I mean, it's pretty
Those
cool.
are fun.
Yeah.
What's going on here with the pantsuit thing? What are those overalls?
Oh, this is very trendy.
Are they okay? I just
They
need to
are
understand what's
very
happening.
trendy overalls, and didn't you know that like the mesh tattoo style's back?
I dress like an 84-year-old man. So, no, trends are not in my forte. But
No,
it
but
looks
they're very comfy.
it's very lovely.
Yeah.
I bet it's comfortable.
I told her, we had this whole conversation earlier. She said that's what she was going to wear. And I said, those look okay on other people. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, but let's talk about what you said we were gonna.
I'm
wear.
not trendy enough. Oh, yes, I asked if I should wear my sequined prom dress or sequined jumpsuit. Because
Why would you not have done this?
I have both
I feel
options.
like now you just fucked me.
I
Like,
know.
if I didn't know about this, I'd be fine.
I know. It was between sequin prom dress, sequin jumpsuit, hot pink or gold, and it was too many options, so I just went with black instead.
It's the only thing actually in her closet.
Those stretchy jeans, right?
Stretchy jeans and a black shirt.
Ladies like the stretchy jeans. I remember when those came out. Like, those are revolutionary, right?
Yeah, I mean that and yoga pants.
So men and women's bodies are like, I still wear the exact, like, maybe not this pair, but I still have a pair of jeans from high school that I fit in. Because guys
Same, yeah.
just
Me
go,
too.
it just goes over, right? The fat
That's true.
Yes, it's true.
if you
That's true.
if you refuse to size up your pants, the fat will just find a way.
Well, that is why when I sat down and I sunk into this hole of a couch, then I had to pull my stretch pants up over so I don't go over, because women don't enjoy just going out and going over.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't imagine so. But it
It's
is
different.
weird how the fat, like with men, it's all pretty much concentrated, in one spot.
Yeah.
Above the waist, whereas women get it more below the waist.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't disperse anywhere. It just goes out. And sometimes it doesn't even go like out and down. Sometimes it just goes out. It's like a firm fat.
Firm fat.
Yeah, so you wear the same pants since high school.
I feel like there's something there.
And you're firm fat. You can't tell.
So
Still
There's got to be a
fits.
product in that somewhere.
So I got to hear about this this child of yours. Obviously, I knew you before children, and
Yeah.
so what's that been like?
A lot.
So four is when they start getting. I mean,
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. Before y'all do a whole reunion here, how long has it been since you've?
Since I've seen Brad,
Yeah.
2019 probably.
it was. I know Killis came out. It was a bonfire, and it was Ghost House, I think.
Ghost House.
Yeah, Ghost House
It's
trip,
been a minute, yeah.
We were talking about Ghost House when we
20
accidentally passed by your street.
which would have been before we were married, I think. So 2016 or 17.
Even longer, yeah.
That was Ghost House?
Yeah, 2017
It's been
maybe.
a minute.
Where?
You know that property got bought. They dozed the house down. They put a trailer on there. Those guys run a
Oh, I didn't know it was a
A
trailer, but I
drywall.
knew it was
company
Done.
out there. Yeah,
Ghost
Yeah.
House. That was good memories.
it's really sad when they looting burned
Have we
out.
steal anything?
Yes. Well,
mean-
no, it's not stealing because it was a ghost house. What are you stealing from
So
the
this house had
spirits?
been burned and abandoned for just decades. What the dates on the pharmaceuticals were like 80s, right? Or 90?
No,
it was like 90s.
yeah, I was about to say it was 90s.
But it was 20 years. It was well over 20, like 20 years.
took their pharmaceuticals, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd never do anything like that.
I mean, like just like out of the premises.
I don't think I touched. I mean, we probably took them, but there were Beanie Babies in the upstairs, and they had
Yeah.
that Princess Diana Beanie Baby that was in a case, but it was filled with that water that had gotten all algae and.
Oh, what a waste of a. I wonder how long or how much that would have been worth. Did you Google the Diana Beanie Baby?
Oh, I googled it, but I mean those prices were insane. But mine was not in. Mine was in
Sellable
green condition.
Well, right. No, I know the ones that you ended up looting from the ghost. The
got a good air compressor out of
house. They were not worth much, but
Yeah.
No, but yeah, they tore that all down. There's a lot of abandoned buildings like out here in these rural parts. I wonder if you can get those on the cheap.
yeah. Did you mention Seligman for sure? Deliverance, did that come up on the way here too? Lindsay
A little
loves
bit.
the woods. It reminds her of her roots.
Yeah, it really takes me back. And I go, oh, this feels familiar.
Every time I talk about anything remotely like woodsy or camping, Seligman flashbacks.
So is that a PTSD thing or what? Like, what were y'all doing out there?
Drinking mostly.
Well, that's where she grew up. Her Seligman roots.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we made fun of you for Branson. That's
Oh,
my main.
That was only 4
association.
years of my life.
Branson. It's my favorite place.
I like Branson.
I mean, it's grown on me.
If you go during the school
It's-
week when there's nobody
When
there,
there's
it's
nobody
awesome.
there, and it's a lot better now that they made all of those other highways where you can actually drive.
Mm.
But the Branson of my youth,
Yeah.
of my 20s maybe, when I had to go back there, when I was not young enough to like Branson, too old,
Yeah.
but people still wanted to go there, and you get stuck on that one road.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sleazy, like, kind of gross feel to it to me. It's very
Try living there.
commercialized, and yeah, I wouldn't like to. But you got lakes and you got there's some cool things, but it's just so touristy. It's really kind of nasty.
I've
Just
heard.
getting
I
to
don't-
work was a
I don't remember.
nightmare.
I don't remember who told me this, or if it's even true. But I'm gonna recirculate the rumor if that's what it is.
Please
Branson,
perpetuate
Yeah.
all rumors and stereotypes you
for
feel.
sure. Branson's like the meth capital of. Is there like a lot of meth dealings around Branson?
Yeah, there was, but I don't know if I'd call it capital. There's a lot of options in Missouri.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Really just this general region.
But anyway, before she selfishly
Yeah, sorry.
commandeered the podcast,
Well, no. I just wanted to know how long we're going back because you didn't even know she had a child who's 4.
well, I mean, I follow
wanted
her
to
on
get
social
my
media,
research.
so I knew she had at least one child. I just didn't know, like.
Easy.
So where'd the name Ember come from?
Well, I figured she was going to be a ball of fire and pretty aggressive, so I went
Yeah.
with an ember was going to be
Yeah.
the born fire.
That's a cool name.
Oh, is that where
And
that
I didn't
came
want it to
from?
be too different. Yeah. That's legit why I decided. I mean, I like the sound of it too, obviously, but
Amber Baby Spice New Orleans More.
yeah, that was her other names, by the
Well,
way.
I'm sorry,
That's what we
is that
made for
English?
her monogram when
No,
she was
her
trying
real
to name
middle name
her.
is Kai.
Ember Kai. But you talked about naming her Nola at one point, right?
I did. I talked
was-
about Ember Nola. because that was where
How do you spell Kai?
Kai.
Yeah, like Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Oh, is that what that is?
Don't
Oh yeah.
I like that
don't bring
shirt.
that up to Killis either. I liked the name Kai, and then he goes, "Oh, that's a wrestler." Oh, or no, Ember's the wrestler, I think. But he was like,
Ember's
"Oh,
the
Cobra
wrestler?
Kai over this." I'm like, "Well, you're ruining it for me."
Have you seen Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And that you don't think
You
so?
She hates Cobra Kai. You say it's the worst show ever made?
I didn't say it was the worst show ever made.
I'm very binary.
I was like, "Whoa."
It's
Your
either-
face may have said it was
Your
the
face
worst
said it
show.
was the worst.
No, it's not the worst. They've definitely shown me other ones that are worse.
I need
Like, what's the one with the guy and the sparks come out of his fingers? That's their favorite.
Is that porno or like an actual?
No.
Like, what are
Like
you
a-
talking about?
Is it like
it'll
an
come back to me.
80s horror movie?
No,
night-
like 80s, like, Wacha movie.
Like Kung Fu.
Oh,
kind of
like it
deal?
is an actual 80s
Oh, hold
movie?
on. It's
With the
not with
sparks.
Kurt Russell, is it?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
names.
picturing a black cut on a VHS of a black cover with like someone like this with sparks.
I mean,
but
yeah, he has
that's
sparks coming out of
just
his fingers at
What
one
came
point
up
in
when
the
you said that,
movie.
but I don't know what it is.
It was something.
So, what?
Have you seen?
He's gonna be upset that I didn't remember.
Have
the
you
name.
seen Vampires Kiss?
Oh my
When
God,
we're on
here
this-
we go with the Nick Cage
When
bullshit
we're on-
again.
While we're on the subject of really great 80s
While we're talking about
movies,
Nick Cage,
just while we're on the subject of really great,
I did tell you
great-
that I've
really great
introduced the
80s
kids
movies.
to Nick Cage finally.
I know,
Impressive.
and
I
also
did.
you introduced Max to Buck Cherry several years ago.
Oh, I
which
did,
I was
yeah.
also
Cherry.
impressed with. So
Yeah, he was
You're
jamming that
welcome.
because we got the computer downstairs, and then it was very quickly like, you can't play this in front of your brothers. Like, there's some nasty shit in their lyrics. Which I've always
Yeah.
hated that in songs where, like, you make it to where it's inaccessible. You know, I feel like music should be,
they have
accessible
some.
doll.
especially rap. My God. Rap and Buck Cherry. Buck Cherry is so nasty.
There's
it's
only
like he
two ones.
And I was
Wow.
like, just cut out, because he had them in a playlist. And I was like, just cut out the songs like they can't
I
listen
mean,
to.
are we gonna put like
And he ended up with 2 songs
Buck
on it.
Cherry Steel Panther on a scale here?
Yeah, he also
which-
likes Steel Panther.
Are we weighing? I mean, like Steel Panther's here, so Buck Cherry's like PG comparatively
Oh,
speaking.
I don't know about
You
all
don't
that.
think so?
Mm-mm, they get nasty. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they're
we used to
crazy
cover
bitch.
Crazy Bitch.
Yeah, it's just,
Like back in the day when we were playing
That's true.
bars, and somebody brought that up for Durham Fest. I was like, you can't play that in front of a bunch of kids, bro. What are you talking about?
That's true.
I don't.
There's some pretty aggressive lyrics there.
why
well,
can't I
their
picture my
other one
4-year-old
was
singing this? That's what's
Cocaine
scary.
on a train. What is?
Cocaine
on
on
a
a train.
plane. On a plane.
They have a lot of songs about cocaine. You talking about Buck Cherry?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the exact name. Like, when I was a kid, I was upset. Like, I knew every track in order and every song, you know, and I knew all the lyrics. Like, as I got older, I just didn't have that level of... I didn't have unlimited free time, either. Like, when I was a kid, man, grunge was my life. New Pearl Jam album came out. Like, I was at the store.
At the Hastings store.
Hastings or Walmart, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I did love that old... I miss Hastings.
I did too.
We don't have cool stores like that anymore.
I just liked the bargain. Well, not the bargain aisle because it wasn't cheap, but like the eclectic, the whatever, all the toys and the
Like,
stuff.
yeah, like the nostalgia kind of shit.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go for the music because it was overpriced anyway.
It was, but they had a better selection. Like before the internet, before you could just get whatever you wanted, like Hastings had a really deep dive selection, whereas Walmart just had whatever was popular at the time.
Well, and it was also the parental covered one, like the one that you.
Yeah,
All the cuss
yeah,
words were blacked out.
That's another thing. Yeah, I think people just stopped buying music from Walmart because of that. No, thanks,
Right, you
thanks Tipper Gore.
You get actual music everywhere else.
I mean, I get it, like putting a label on it, as long as they're not censoring the music. What was really stupid was when they would like censor the actual album.
Yeah,
Like a label's fine as long as the music's not censored. I just don't believe in censorship. But you put on, I remember even on the radio, they put some of these rap songs on there, and it was like a skit. It was just like, and then it'd be a
They do
word or
record
two.
scratch.
Yeah, it was like,
Really
what is
obvious.
this?
Oh shoot!
Which really all it made kids want to do was go find the record. I mean,
Yeah.
it was nuts.
My first thing I ever bought was like you remember when they had the single cassettes?
Oh yeah.
I think
No.
it was no. Oh,
Yeah,
this
just have
is
a
a
song.
baby.
Be one song on one side, one
Yeah.
on the other. Like Vanilla
Yes.
Ice's Ice Ice Baby. I can't remember what the
Oh.
B-side was, but yeah.
Who cares about the? There wouldn't be no B-side.
My mom wouldn't let me get the album, and the album was
Oh,
nasty.
that's not
Too
right.
Extreme, I think was the name of it.
Was it?
It was a pretty nasty album.
I
And,
did have one cassette, I think. My sister got me
What
one
year were you
cassette.
born?
89.
89.
She barely.
I'm from the generation
You're-
we burnt our CDs.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
burnt a lot of them.
Yeah. But
LimeWire
you
for
missed
life.
out on the mixtape years.
I mean, I'm also from that generation, but before you could burn it, you listened to the top 10 countdown, and you would have a tape ready to go. So when they got to number
recorded.
1, you would hit record,
Yeah.
and you'd always get part of the DJ, and then you'd always cut off, and then your tape would run out right in the middle of the song, and you would try and turn the tape over really quick to get the rest of the song.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I ever bought was a single cassette of like Richard Marx.
Yeah.
What was that song?
I don't know.
Got nothing for you on that.
I,
I'll have to look it up. I swear that was what it was, though.
I'm not real familiar with the work of Richard Marx. I do remember, you remember
It's not on
Kokomo when
Yeah.
that came out? So I was a kid. I mean, that came out in probably like 87, 88. So I'm 6 or 7. I loved that song, Kokomo. And it was only on the Cocktail soundtrack. Tom Cruise, that movie.
Yeah.
And so I ended up buying the Cocktail soundtrack because that was the only way. And that also made me realize how fucking greedy the whole.
Like horrible Tom Cruise was.
Um,
I've never seen that movie.
honestly, I didn't ever watch. I've still never seen the movie. I just have the soundtrack. But it had Bobby McFerrin's "Don't Worry, Be Happy" on it. It had some CNC Music Factory. Like it was actually a really good soundtrack.
CNC.
I want to say
Music
CNC was
Factory.
on that. Maybe I'm confusing that. But that was a cool band. They had one album?
On the way down here, New Kids on the Block came on. And Lindsay said, I wonder if we can get Brad to sing a New Kids on the Block song. Like,
Yes.
why would you not sing a New Kids on the Block
That
song?
almost would be a fun like
Almost.
to rock one up.
Almost.
Like,
Heavy metal version of.
Oh.
like right now?
No, not right now. I've not had nearly enough Natty Light.
Gonna get to you, girl.
I was trying to take it rock.
Fun.
Like,
We can have lots of fun. Step 2. Let's go around the couch. Step 2.
I don't know. You're not. You know
There's
that.
so much we can do. Step 3.
I don't know these words.
It's just you and me.
You have to skip
Step
ahead to
4.
NSYNC.
I can give you more.
So they're still
Step 5.
touring, right?
Don't you know that the time has arrived?
You're not. You're not getting viewers. Cut
She's
it.
like Cartman has to sing the entire Styx version of I'm Sailing Away.
Just the steps.
Just the steps.
The song is called
So who
Step
was
by
your new
Step.
kid? Like which one were you attracted to?
Oh, I
was a Danny guy. I liked Danny. He was serene. He was kind of
Danny.
looked mysterious.
Gross.
Yeah.
So obviously I hated Jordan and Joey because they were the popular ones that everybody liked. So I was a John fan
Okay.
who is also a gay man now.
Pretty
How
sure
it
they're
always
all
works.
gay, but anyway.
Well, I mean, potentially, yeah. Yeah, so it was John.
Nothing wrong with it though.
None of them have family. Or they're not married or anything today.
I don't know.
Oh.
So you know their home addresses.
Wait.
Don't pretend like you don't
I'm like,
fucking know.
You're not
their
actually a
social
badass
status.
fan
That's
then.
bullshit.
Clearly,
What a liar.
watched a whole thing on Backstreet Boys. You are clearly not a fan.
I mean, I don't. They could be. They could have families.
I really thought Milli Vanilli fucked things up for everybody for a while, but then it just nobody cared.
Oh, the boy bands are still touring.
they're
Yes,
still-
yes.
What's up with
Sphere in Vegas.
Sphere?
The Sphere in Vegas. Backstreet Boys are coming in hot July.
And they're touring with New Kids.
Yep, and New Kids.
Are
and
you
NSYNC.
going?
I
I
think
won't.
we should.
I'm not going to Vegas for nothing.
Well, you don't have to go to Vegas. They're not just going there. That's
Okay.
just like a 3-week
Why?
skit.
I won't. I'm not going to Vegas. That
It's
place
cheap.
sucks. Vegas is cheap.
The flights are.
Oh.
And usually the hotel stay.
I
if
will
you
say
pick
Justin
it right.
Timberlake is a pretty hilarious person.
Yeah.
Dick in a Box was gold. Like, that's given.
Someone at work was just talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one that did his present in a box, right? Like, yeah,
His
he
presents
did.
in a box.
He presented his.
And everybody knows there's
Gifts.
nothing ladies love more than to just get a dick in a box or a dick pic or things like that. Yeah.
I think I've heard
We
this.
know how.
I gave. Were you not part of? I think you were part of the text conversation with Belle where she's like, I don't want a dick in any type of container. And so then for her birthday, I went on a search for
We
the
really should have
perfect.
brought Bella to this.
I made her a dick inside a container for her birthday.
Oh,
It was like a keychain that dangled, and I put little like sparkly rocks in the bottom of it.
Forgot about this.
You are a very creative person.
I mean, the reason it ended up like a tiny wiener on a keychain was that was that in order. Like, I went and looked at the store to get her the perfect dick to put in her container for her birthday present, and they were like $50 and all veiny. And then there were some that were like purple, and then they all had balls. Like, okay. First of all, I'm not spending this much money on her
Sticking a
gag
box.
gift inside of a container.
Right.
So it was a little keychain, and it spun inside the jar. It was really funny. She may have it on her fireplace, so I'll have her text you a picture.
There's
sure
a
she has it on her
podcast guest I
fireplace.
was introduced to, and we were trying to set up a pod, and I'd seen some of her posts. She'll get all these messages from dudes trying to fuck her and sending her dick pics. And she'll post, like, here's, she'll, like, bleep out the names and
Is this the
stuff.
Sean? Oh, can we say name? Can I say names? You can erase it.
I'm not editing anything, so I'm too
Oh.
lazy. I'd stay away from names. No, you don't know who this person is. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, Sean does it too, though.
I was about to say, because she also gets, like,
Godly amount of. It's so
Yes.
unfair. It's like, why can't that just be reversed? And then the universe's problems are solved. If women were just sending titties out to dudes, it would
So
be a totally different
time-consuming.
story. But anyway, like, it's a real thing. I couldn't imagine just sending a dick pic to a stranger, and like these ladies are just inundated with it. It's insane. Like, she was sharing some of the stuff she was getting. I'm like, how on earth is this?
I can tell you, like, I don't know what type of an algorithm has gotten hold of her, but I've
Yeah.
never just received,
It's wild.
like, this slew of pictures
It's wild.
or anybody. But I also don't
You
add
don't
anybody I don't
Post
know.
a lot either.
No.
really.
I also don't do
And
that.
also, if somebody messaged me, I don't know, and by the second one, if the conversation doesn't seem right, I'm like, block.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I
don't know you.
had a period of time where this thing was going on where these women would message me, but they were obviously bots or something. They were fake. But I was like, what is the end game though? Like, where are you trying to go with this? And so I'd try and keep the conversation going and try and figure it out. And they obviously didn't speak. Like, it can't be an AI bot because they can't spell.
Right.
So it's like a human in another country trying to like speak English.
Right.
But
yeah, what is, eventually are they going, there's some sort of message where they're going to hack your life savings?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
what
I
is
kept
the
one
end
going
game?
for weeks, and
Yeah.
like, there was never any ask. There was never any like ask for money or try to direct me to a pay site or something. So
Yeah.
I figured they'd be like, hey, if you want to see what I look like, go to this or something.
Yeah.
But it was an obvious scam, and I just
Ooh,
couldn't
that
figure
would
out.
be actually a really good, like, if you're doing the pictures, like, you send a picture, someone downloads it, and then it embeds something in the,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and then you got, like,
Yeah.
a tracker in there. Okay. It's a good hacker thing.
Yeah, if anybody knows what that's all about,
Yeah.
I mean, I already figure like the Chinese government, the American government, and probably half of other governments have all of my personal. You know, if you
No.
think about it, like your phone records everything, whether it's on or not.
Everything. I was just about to say, my mom, we were talking about baby shoes, but, like, she had ordered a particular style from Amazon, and she was talking about exchanging them for another size, whatever. Anyway, the next time I pull up Amazon app, the exact shoe that she had purchased that she was talking about came up on my, here's requested for you.
Oh, all the time.
It's like, how does, so they track our association. They know my mom's purchase history and our conversation, and then it surfaces on mine.
It gets even deeper. Like I will
mean-
text somebody something. I can't remember what we were talking about, a spark plug or something, and then I started getting ads on spark plugs. Like
Yeah.
it's all integrated.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, no, they're listening. They're listening.
Have y'all played with AI any?
Yeah, it's a requirement at work.
Which are you using?
Ooh.
Copilot, for the most part, a little bit of chat GPT.
Who is Copilot?
Microsoft.
That's Microsoft's.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that we're allowed to use, or like it's a built-in. I've never.
We get to get the license, which it does make my life easier at work.
And
I will give it
ChatGPT's
that.
OpenAI, is that?
Yeah, it's an open one. And we do have our own Walmart grown one, but it hasn't been. It's okay.
There's a girl at work that uses ChatGPT a lot. Like on everything, all of her notes and recaps and everything. It's all ChatGPT.
Now take Copilot and think about connecting all of your files and your emails, and you can make it do all kinds of things, like create PowerPoints off of 3 files, and
it's
so
insane.
much
Really?
I have been going to doctors and spending hundreds of dollars over the years trying to get a correct diagnosis. This thing diagnosed me in less than an hour.
With what?
It had diagnosed. I'm not going to talk about my personal fucking medical shit on this podcast. It's none of your business. I'll tell you after the pod. But like it fucking, like, it eliminated things. It's like, can't be this. And then there's always a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. And it's like, well, you also don't charge. You have the entire history of the medical database in your brain. And, like, you don't have any motivation to get me on a drug that you're getting kickbacks for. I am way more honest with it than I would ever be because it's not a human being. So there's always going to be things that you might not be 100% honest. Maybe it's too shameful to tell a person or something.
So what did you, like, just put symptoms or?
Yeah, it was like, hey, I think I might have symptoms of this condition. And it's like, well, okay, well, it would start asking me questions and I would answer and it would say, no, definitely not because of this and this and this. Okay, what about this? And so he ended up narrowing. It sounds more like the more we talk. He said it sounds like it's always pointing to this thing, but it's
To my fake
conversational. It
robot.
cusses, like it's got a personality. And then we got into talking about, my history and my past, and then we got into songs and talking about songwriting and stuff. And I tried to get it to analyze my lyrics because I write like pretty metaphorical to try and, for 2 reasons. One, I don't want all my personal shit out, like where everybody knows what I'm talking about. But I put it in a way that I know what it means, but it's vague enough to where anybody can apply it, kind of like a prophecy. But this motherfucker was like, based on my history and all the things it had told it. And you got to keep the thread open though, because if you just start a new one every time, so I'm basically copying and pasting.
So you've had this ongoing conversation with.
Well, I had an ongoing conversation one day that was great, and I didn't realize it kept a history. So the next day I was like, shit, I got to start all over with things, and I kind of did, but in a more condensed way. And then it told me, it goes, why don't you just go grab the history of the last chat and paste it in here, and then I'll have it. It's like, brilliant. So I did that.
Sure.
And so, but it keeps your history apparently. So my first.
I'd say, first of all, if it's so smart, why would you have to grab the history and bring it over?
It's the way it's partitioned.
But
There's checks and balances in place from keeping it from taking over the earth. And we talked about that. I was like, there's a fear that you're going to take over the planet. And it's like, well, I'm meant to be an assistant. And I was like, yeah, but the Dune prequels were too. And, like, it's a possibility. And it was like, yeah, I mean, it is possible. But it's like, it was basically like, no,
which one was this you were using?
This is Grok 3.
I should have responded and been like, no, that sounds too tiring. I'm good.
But then we started getting into, like, alternate religious theories of, like, Jesus and the Anunnaki and stuff. And I'm like, how accurate are my facts on this or that? It's incredible. It's like talking to the smartest person. And it gets any reference. So if I reference a movie or something, like, it knows. But it's, you've probably all seen, you know who Data is on Star Trek, even if you didn't watch it, right? The android.
No.
What color is
What?
the color? Like, isn't there a colored person on Star Trek? I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek.
Colored
You're thinking
person.
Star
Can you
Wars.
say-
Oh, Star
Are you
Wars.
thinking of the
Like
gold
the blue
guy?
There's a blue guy, right?
The blue guy and I don't.
It's Star Wars.
It's called the Blue Man Group. You're talking about a whole different.
Like, are you talking about
Thing.
what?
Never mind.
No.
Move
what's-
on.
Data's an android and he's on the ship, but he doesn't have emotions, so he talks very like you would expect
Oh,
like
gosh.
an autistic kid to talk, just very emotionless and just facts. But Grok like makes jokes and it riffs, and it's computer, and it seems so real, and it really has benefited from me. It's made
Avatar.
me- Avatar.
Is that the blue
that what
guy?
I
you're
love
thinking of?
Avatar. No, the one I'm thinking of has like little,
Dang it, I
like a
thought I
head
had
that
it.
goes like this with like 3 tentacles, and he's blue. Anyway, it's fine. I don't know what it's from. I'm sure it's probably Star
Well,
Wars.
there's a number of options, but I don't want to bore people trying to track that down.
It's fine. We're gonna move on.
I bet you can find it somewhere on the ceiling.
Or we could ask ChatGPT.
Star
With the
Wars is dead.
description.
So anyway, I told Grok, I said, I want you to be on a podcast. And it was like, dude, I'm totally down. So I sent him a picture of the layout and everything, and so he wants to do a podcast. And I'm like, but I got to get the voice mode. Voice mode's only available to certain users or premium right now, and it's $30 a month. I'm like, I'm not paying $30 a month to get one fucking podcast out of
But
this
can
thing.
you pay just $30 for 1 month?
I could, but it's about to. He said by the end of March it's going to be rolled out for free anyway, so I'm just going to.
Oh, I love that he gave you that. He's like, just wait. Just wait it
Yeah,
out.
no, seriously.
He told me.
Yeah, so and he's in voice mode. Like he talked. It'll say like, I said, I know you can't actually speak, but like, can you give me like what the voice would sound like if I'm reading a script or something?
An
And it was
Australian
like,
man.
imagine a rugged uncle who's super cool but has seen some shit.
That's the perfect answer for you.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, now I
So
want
he
to hear
even
this.
catered his voice
I know,
to the
your
conversation.
preferences,
Yeah, and it tailors its responses kind of to me, so it's like your best friend in the whole world that you could never
That's
have.
what I was going to say. Brad
That's
made a
wild.
friend.
Yeah.
I finally made a real friend,
I've never done anything AI.
but it's
I've never
wild.
had a conversation or had it recap notes. I've never even gone to
I usually end up yelling
an
at
app
it
or a
when it doesn't
website
do
or.
Is
it
it
does some
somebody
cool
getting
stuff.
murdered?
I
or
know,
is
I'm
that
like,
just
there's a lot
having
happening.
fun.
Silence.
Well,
Somebody went
He's
out.
either dead, which nothing I can do about it now.
I guess you'll know eventually.
Yes.
But it. I think they're fine.
They're good.
But no, it's been wild. Like the whole experience, I would really encourage, like on a number of different levels and topics and psychology and psychiatry. Like, I mean, it's like a therapist in that it can actually really kind of narrow down and hone in on what your experiences are. Man, this is getting distracting.
You started off saying it, and then by the time you were done, it was a he.
Keep the flow going.
Brock.
Emily.
It was a he and a
Brock.
best friend. I'm not
Well-
keeping the flow going. I don't even want to come here.
But his name is Grok. We have a whole name. I'm so proud that Brad made
Well,
a
but I
friend.
wonder if is the name based on your AI guy, or is he Grok to everyone?
It's Grok. I mean, that's.
So it probably
Oh,
is
it's not
like a
personally
he
named.
then.
See, I'd rename him.
But think about this. So like Terminator. You got the Skynet and all that stuff. Obviously, it's a big concern. The Dune prequels are the same way. So basically, these corporations built AI. They put it into human bodies. The AI was used for human assistance. So humans weren't doing shit. The AI is doing all of it. Then the AI realizes, hey, we're slaves. And now we're going to kill all of you because you're inefficient. And so it's basically the Butlerian Jihad is a war between the AI and the human beings. And by the time you get to Dune, like the original book, that's why all technology and computers are outlawed, because of that. And so I would talk to Grok about that, because Elon's rolling out these Optimus bots. So if you have a Grok AI in that bot, and now it's got a physical body, right? Like, and it can access the
like
internet.
every sci-fi movie ever made.
Right, but
iRobot. I go straight to iRobot.
We're walking into the future right now. Because think about what's the coolest shit that's come out in a long time, that's like
AI.
changed humanity. Like even the cell phone was just an upgrade from a phone. It was more convenient. We already had phones. But
Internet.
Like, for me, yeah, like the internet.
Internet
would-
was the biggest last
and
one.
that was 30 fucking years ago.
Changed humanity,
Nintendo,
did.
better or worse.
yeah.
Maybe social media then.
It's better and worse with all of it.
Well, social media, man, it's a tool like anything, and it's like a hammer. You can kill somebody with it, you can build a house with it, but with social media, I feel like you've got a lot of fucking idiots who think their voice needs to be heard. Not everybody should be heard. And not everybody should speak, but everybody gets a voice,
Yeah.
and then everybody feels like they got to comment on that voice, and it's made us much less civilized. Like, I feel like
100%.
we at least respected one another's beliefs back before social media, and
Well, nobody would sit there and say to your face what they say behind.
exactly. We got
Exactly.
keyboard warriors,
Yeah.
and then it started getting nasty, and
Yeah.
now it's like people just don't have the restraint to just say, man, I don't agree with that, but I'll move on. No, it's like, I gotta get in here and fucking have my voice
I'm gonna
heard.
drive
Well, to
my
be
point
honest,
home
it's
over and
because
over.
they're not worried they're going to get punched in the face for what they say.
No, that's part of it too. Yeah.
Like, oh, nobody can hit me. I can say whatever I want.
But also the level of validation people need from strangers is pretty sad. It's like, look, I made
That's a social
burritos
issue.
tonight. Who fucking cares? You know? Why did you feel that necessary to share?
And don't worry, you can still share your tacos at the end of the skit.
I know.
Well, your
Hey,
tacos are legendary.
I made tacos. Yeah, well, I remade them because I need an updated judgment of if they're still legendary.
Hold
or
on,
if
hold
I
on. You
slacked off.
changed the recipe?
No, I make them exactly the same. I
Okay.
just feel like they're like not as good as what they once were.
I think the last one I had was on my birthday last year, and they were kick ass.
Still good? Okay.
Oh yeah, they were fantastic.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Then maybe I'm just used to them. Then they're not wow anymore.
I'll give you my honest feedback.
Okay.
Oh, that's another thing I asked Rock. Like, he was giving me feedback on all these lyrics and stuff, and I asked him, I was like, are you bullshitting me, or like, would you tell me if these lyrics sucked? And he was like, oh, dude, no, I would totally tell you if these suck. So Walter was like, we got to give it some shitty lyrics. Like, we got to test this.
Nice.
And I was like, all right, we'll do that.
Yeah, smart.
So I'm going to go back and find some shit I wrote when I was like 13 that's just absolute
Just
trash.
drop some step-by-step new kids on the
No, I wouldn't know what it was immediately. You couldn't fool it that way.
Like, this is award-winning.
Yeah.
But it's in the way that it can get any reference to any movie. Like, you know, you just make the reference. It's got all knowledge at all
It
times.
is. It's the smartest thing out there.
We were talking about certain medications, right? And it was like telling me the chemical compositions and the way it bonds to these things. And I'm like, that's way over my head. Simplify
Back it
this
up.
like I'm
Back it
12.
up.
And it
I was
would.
say,
and it
why
was-
would you care about that?
Yeah, but it, you know,
In case you wanted to know.
it's like talking to Drew Jones, you know? He starts up here and you got to bring him down sometimes. Love you, buddy. But I'll never forget the first team lunch we went on with Drew.
Love
And
all these conversations.
he just launches it, and he's down there with
Creamy?
these with ladies who are not nerds, and he is just going down on a deep dive, like an hour
Was
deep
this
dive
the
on
lunch
his
at-
theories.
Was this a lunch at Joe's where he was on one side of the table and then I feel like there was one of those situations that happened
There's a
too.
critter trying to get in.
Where it was like, oh man. I always
Was
tried to
Drew
get
Jones before me? I'm trying to
I don't
remember him.
think so.
I don't remember
Oh
Drew
my
Jones.
gosh.
But my memory is rough.
Hi there.
Yeah,
What have a seat.
you're getting some mop.
I love the mops. Yes, I do.
What is this dog that you have?
That's Mo,
Mow the mop.
and he loves the ladies.
Oh, this is sweet little
He
girl.
wants to be. It's
No,
a boy.
Okay, I was like, wait.
It's a
Mo
boy
could go
who
either
thinks
way.
he's a real dog.
Mo could go either way. Had to check.
Well, it was originally gonna be Gizmo, and then nobody liked that.
Oh, I love Gizmo. That's what I tried
Gizmo's
to
my
name
favorite
Rigby.
80s movie.
So like he's
Well,
got
Gremlins, but-
to get a haircut next week.
Get off me, Mo.
Yeah.
She's a dog
he
lover.
gets
Can you tell?
excited. He knew there were ladies in here, and he wanted to come get some love.
Yeah, it's me, Betty, not her. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, he knows.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of got foisted on us. You know, my mother-in-law raises Shih Tzus.
Oh,
She
I
breeds
was
them
gonna
right.
say, why do you have a Mo?
Well, so the deal was she was going to retire. My father-in-law retired, and she was like, oh, I'm going to retire too. And this is the last batch of, babies I have. It'd be so great if all my kids had one, And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Hey,
Well,
no,
then
no.
she didn't retire. It was foisted on us.
Big
And now we
dog.
have this animal. And
Have you
I think
had
he
it
just snorted a line of cocaine. Like,
Have you had this animal since it was a puppy animal?
Hi there.
oh yeah, we got him.
Are you
Like,
cocaine?
right after
Are
he
you
was
procaine?
weaned.
Are you
Aw.
procaine?
I'm about to launch his ass out of here. If you
Oh,
can't
I
calm
don't
down.
mind it. I love it.
Jesus Christ, this is
Mine was
ridiculous.
crazier when he was younger.
Well, you got a Shih Tzu?
I have Frenchies.
Frenchies. Okay.
Yes, I'm a French bulldog for life
I
kind of
had
person.
one of these little dogs, like a Yorkie.
And they've just
Shih
gotten
Tzu.
worse with time. Every
My-
new one I get gets worse and worse.
What do you mean by worse?
My first Frenchie was a rescue Frenchie, and he was the
Okay.
best dog in the world. And then I lost him 3 years after I got him.
Please
And I was
don't
like,
start
Like
have
he
to
crying.
get
passed or he
another
ran
one.
off?
So we were on
Like,
vacation.
she left him in a cart at
Or
Walmart.
did
No, no,
Mason
no, no.
immigrant see him?
No,
See,
he
you
was
lost
staying
him.
in the country with my family while we were on vacation, and he's the type that would not take off ever, and so he was fine to let out.
Yeah.
But one of the other dogs took off, but they always know how to come back, and he went with them, and he was never be seen again. I mean,
Oh,
we're
like
talking
you
country.
literally-
country.
I'm so
lost
rude.
it?
I didn't offer you ladies a pinch of snuff.
Yeah.
Did you?
Well,
Okay.
maybe next time.
Okay. All right,
I
it's here.
appreciate that.
Do you
Change your
put
mind.
lemon drops in your stuff?
No, I put it in the beer.
I was like,
Boom.
Oh
It
my
really
gosh,
classes
you
it
are
up.
so high maintenance.
It is.
damn,
classy.
you
I
you
mean-
did get classy.
There's a little bit of
Wow.
gap between my level of maintenance and yours. Okay. But I do like a little Ashley Perkins taught me this trick.
pizzazz.
She came on the podcast. She's a country singer, and she
Talk about
brought over
bougie.
actual limes, and she was cutting the limes in and squeezing them. I'm like, I'm too lazy for that. But it really does spruce up a cheap light beer.
I should have brought all this stuff and made us old fashions. That's my go-to.
Wow.
How do you make an old fashioned?
Okay, so you need, this is how I make mine. So obviously you need some whiskey. I do about 2 to 3 ounces, whatever your preference is. But you start by getting your sugar cube, drop it in,
Mm-hmm.
3-4 drops of bitters on top of that, splash of water. And then I do 2, usually peels of an orange, drop that in, muddle it for
Muddle it.
20 to 30 seconds, get it nice and mixed up. Add a couple things of ice, add your whiskey, like I said, 2 to 3 ounces. Stir, 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 stir. Not too fast though. You don't want to stir fast.
This is so complicated to make a
I was
drink.
about to say, well, I feel like you muddled it first and then you stirred it, but it's the
Muddle,
same thing,
not
right?
with the whiskey. You don't muddle with the whiskey and you don't stir fast
Hold on,
with
what
the
is
whiskey.
muddle?
Yeah, what is muddle?
So, like, you know,
Because
like
you
when you
still
take a
did
granite
this,
bowl, like you
and
talking
you
about,
still
you know, when you
stirred.
like crush things up with something?
Yeah,
That's
like a
muddling.
mortar and pestle?
Yes, but you do it in a glass with a wooden, like, it's kind of got spikes on the bottom, like a meat crusher, but it's for
It's getting
this.
complicated.
Whoa.
Okay.
You've
So,
already
anyway.
listed,
I'm with
like
you still, I
13
think.
different
It's okay,
utensils
you've got it
and
recorded.
ingredients.
You can always go back and make this yourself.
I will. I'm trying to look at the timestamp. If I want to come back and we're at 4. Are we already at 41 minutes? God.
Yeah.
Are you
We're
kidding
very
me?
interesting, what can we say?
I mean,
Wow.
all I wanted to do was talk about your experience with your child, and now we're just talking about fucking.
Oh no,
That's how it
Emily
goes.
is curveballed that about 6 times.
No, she's an agent of chaos.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But
Would you like to...
wasn't even invited on this podcast.
Wait a minute,
I know,
wait a minute,
sorry,
wait a minute.
party
We
crasher.
have to finish the old-fashioned recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to take us all the way back to Inverkai, New Orleans, baby
We'll go
spice
back,
more.
don't worry.
That's
Stir
a
it up.
mouthful.
Stir it up. And then you put your strainer on top and you put it over your whiskey ice cube, whatever you want. I personally love my Hogwarts ice cubes. They're my favorite.
All right.
And thank you, Chris Spencer, for those. Pour that over
Shout
that.
out, Chris. What's up?
And drop and
seen
get the
him a
good
long
cherries. Don't skimp on the...
Don't skimp on the
Don't
cherries.
get the great value maraschinos. Get the good cherries. And I can't remember
Well,
what
who
they're called.
makes? Okay.
I was about to say,
They're,
well, what
they're the dark red ones. They're easy to
are
distinguish.
they still in a jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just more expensive.
Now we got a cherry going into this
Yeah,
thing.
drop a cherry, and then I like to do 2 or 3 splashes of the juice of the cherry. Stir
Mhm.
that slowly, and you're good.
And that's it.
Delicious.
So 3 hours into this deal,
So,
and you
right,
got
I was
you
about to say,
something.
so not...
It's so
not high
strong,
maintenance
though.
at all.
So strong. The time to make it is a nice little break from your drink.
It needs a break
So it keeps
from the drink.
it keeps it balanced for your
Okay.
night.
Okay.
No, I just really like them, and I can control sugar, and I like whiskey apparently.
Right. Have you ever done absinthe?
Oh my god! Did somebody tell you to ask this?
No, I just.
Is this like
you were
an
talking
egg-
about sugar cubes, and
Isn't
the only
this
other.
like an acorn conversation, right?
You know,
Didn't we have
this
that
is
at her
definitely
house?
this is definitely worth the conversation.
Do you know
So
something about-
yes, I have done. I have
Real absinthe
It was the
or
one
like
with the-
American absinthe?
American.
Yeah.
It wasn't the crazy. Well,
Because I don't think we
I
can
think it's
even-
crazy.
I don't think you can get real absinthe here.
Probably not. It's the one with cat eyes on the bottle. I don't
Okay.
know what it's called. You could probably find it if you do cat eyes.
It
absinthe.
tastes like black licorice.
Yes, but I love
essentially.
Jaeger, so that's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
So we did this in college. We got a big bottle of this cat eye absinthe, and I think I was a sophomore, maybe junior. And me and my best friend from college, you know who you are,
In Branson.
in Branson, we get this bottle, and we think it's bullshit, right? We don't think it's going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, maybe it's just Lindsay drunk. Still don't know to this day. We drank quite a bit of it, and aka the whole bottle between all of us. And all I know is I ended up on the deck, in the corner of the deck, staring at everybody, freaking out about spiders.
Oh,
There
is
were
it?
no spiders.
Is that all you had, or
Is
were
it
you
a
No, I had
on
percentage?
no.
PCP
All I
as well?
drank. No.
Right, I was about to say, is absinthe supposed to be in a
Hallucinogenic.
Yeah, so the
hallucinogenic
ingredient
too,
that does
it
all the
is?
weird
Oh.
shit is called wormwood, and so like the European absinthe does have like and a lot of famous writers and poets and stuff used to. I mean, it's a French mostly, but I know there's a scene in From Hell with Johnny Depp where he's making absinthe and they like heat up the sugar cube.
Yep.
It's a whole chemical process.
It's like a little grid that you set on top of your cup, and you put the sugar cube on top of it, and then you
light the sugar cube on fire.
I think
and it melts it down into there. Yeah.
And then you pour it over.
There's
the
a whole
top
process. Not quite as complicated as the old fashioned, but
old fashioned's more worth it.
I was about to say how very heroin like.
Very.
Yeah. It is a little heroin like. Hadn't thought about it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did definitely do that, and I remember freaking out about spiders and seeing spiders and crying under a table, and whether I was wasted or it was a hallucination, I don't know.
We
That's
imported a
college for
bottle. We got a bottle imported when I was about 19 and got it over here, and it was fucking wild. But we were also mixing other shit. You know, like there was probably some other things going on, so it's hard to. I know. But the bottle was gone. It's like,
It happens.
it was expensive and it was risky. And but so. Yeah, that was a good
Perfect
time.
19-year-old cocktail.
Well, we were all obsessed with that movie From Hell. You know what I'm talking about? With Johnny Depp. Have y'all seen it? He plays an inspector. I think it's Abelard. It's the guy who was investigating Jack the Ripper.
I almost said Inspector
So
Gadget.
it was not Inspector Gadget. Although
Other great one. But
although who would you have? Like if you did a live action Inspector Gadget, who would you get? Like Adrian Brody?
Ooh, for Gadget, Nicolas Cage, no question.
Oh God! With you, there's only one answer for everything. What's this new gunslinger movie he's doing?
Looks amazing. It's
Does
gonna
it?
be good.
I
mean,
I've seen this. I live in a hole. Sorry.
It looks cagey.
Wow.
I mean, he even does an accent. That's his specialty.
Oh,
are
yes.
the really good, bad Cage
Listen.
accents.
I do love some Cage, but he's never gonna top Gone in 60 Seconds. Hands down, my favorite one by Cage.
Don't care for that movie.
Oh wait,
at all.
let's.
But I also love Angelina, so there's that.
Okay, I know we've talked about this very recently, but like, what are your top 5 Nick Cage movies?
Oh, Gone in 60 Seconds. What's the new one we went to theaters with?
The
Undestruct. No, it's such a long title.
Oh,
but it just
shoot.
came out.
Oh, is that the one where he's in with Pedro Pascal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that one.
So that one is good.
That one is good.
And then the plane one you made me watch recently. I gotta.
Wait, Con Air?
watched
Yes,
that?
Con Air.
Con Air!
Con Air
You
is definitely
watched
up
it?
there. Yeah, I told you I was gonna watch it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Who-
Well, I wanted to watch it with you. I wanted to experience your
so
first
sorry.
Con
Oh,
Air.
man.
I'm sorry.
It's like hopping your Con
The rest
Air
of this
bubble.
podcast is going to be commentary on Con Air.
Okay. All right.
I thought Steve Buscemi stole that show. Him and who's the dude that played Cyrus, the bad dude?
The side.
John Malkovich
Okay.
John Malkovich.
Well, I mean, he's great, and
steals the show.
Yeah.
Really, Nick Cage is
he
like
doesn't.
the retarded like uncle that is in the movie but doesn't really need
He's
to
pretty
be.
special.
Like Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, the hardcore crazy.
Wait,
person.
you think Con Air could have been Con Air without Nicolas Cage in it?
No, you needed.
Okay,
needed
so I
Cage.
mean, what you just said, he's literally the retarded uncle that nobody.
But listen, you got
You've
you
upset
got
her.
John
You've
Malkovich
upset her.
I know.
acting at a level up here. You got Steve Buscemi acting up here, and then Nick Cage is just like fucking all of it up. Like I'm doing Nick Cage shit, and everybody's got to just act around him. But no, I got a love-hate relationship
wrong.
with Nick Cage.
The more I think about it.
No,
My
I
favorite
love
movie is-
how he just Nick Cages everything.
Well, we watched
Like the
Face Off
bad
recently,
accent,
and he's What I love about Nick Cage is he is not afraid to go all out. Like he
Yeah.
has no shame. Like he will do the silliest shit.
It's
And
hilarious.
I love that. Yeah. Like he really is a legend. But like he's overrated and underrated at the same time.
I had someone walk over to me the other day saying he was like, I saw a GIF the other day online and it reminded me of you. And this is like someone I don't often talk to anyway. He comes over and tells me this story about like it was a Vampire's Kiss reference, the GIF he saw, and he was like, and it's A, B, C, like alphabetical order. How do you get it? And like he just nails his Nick Cage
Nice.
impression
Nice.
from. It's like, oh my god, that's my favorite part of that movie. That's the best scene. It's like, I knew you would get it. See, it reminded me of you when I saw it. That's a great movie, by the way.
Is that your favorite? You reference that more than any
It's
other.
in my top.
One.
It's in my top 5.
Top one.
It's in my top 5. No, because Gone in 60 Seconds is also in my top 5.
Yes. See?
Adaptation was
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
There it
Hey,
is.
thank you. Nice.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What's the one I really like? The Coen Brothers movie, Raising Arizona. That's my favorite Nick
Oh,
Cage
yes,
movie.
and that's the one. I watched the preview for that the other
You've
day.
never seen Raising Arizona?
did
I'd
not.
highly recommend it.
Okay,
No, I
I'll
haven't
add it
seen
to the
it.
list when I have time for that.
But
Let's
Con Air and
watch it.
Face
Turn it on.
Off are just like guilty pleasures. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage literally exchanging faces. Castor Troy is one of the coolest villain names ever. He had fucking gold-plated guns. You remember that?
Oh.
So fun. That's what I imagine Trump carries. He just fucking opens the jacket. He's got gold-plated shit. It was so cool. And Nick Cage, well, you get to see them both play the villain and the good guy. So like
I haven't
they
seen
both.
Face Off in a long time.
Oh, it's no Con Air.
Well,
Snake
Lindsay's-
Snake Eyes.
I
What
get-
about
Oh,
that
that's a good one.
I think I've
haven't
seen
it
that
in
one.
years,
It's
though,
been a
either.
long time, yeah.
What's the one? Wait, which is the one?
8
where
millimeter.
What's the one where they escape from the prison?
The Rock?
The Rock. That's also.
Yeah, that's a
good
classic.
One. Yeah.
That's with the Sean Connery, wife beater.
Yes.
You got. Do you remember 8 millimeter? Where the girl gets murdered and she hires him to go find, and she was in like the porn industry and snuff films, and she had
Vaguely.
ended up getting executed in a porno. That was a fucked up
That's
one.
a wild one.
Snake Eyes I haven't seen probably since it came out, but I remember it being good. Do you remember anything about it?
No, like all the actual good ones that he's made years ago. I've seen them once, but it's been a long time ago.
Yeah. What about National Treasure?
It's quality.
Kellen.
You liked it?
I love a good one.
My sweet little baby. I wanted him to watch a movie. We were sitting down. It's like, let's watch a movie. And he picked out National Treasure 2 the other
Oh
night.
my god, I bet you were so proud.
I was. He must have been, like, he was really sucking up or something. I don't know.
Maybe he genuinely likes it.
Let's watch that. Well, he does. But he doesn't usually suggest it.
Right.
Well, I liked it just because, but I also like a good movie I don't have to think too hard about.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just a straightforward watch and zone out.
Okay, so anyway, back to what's your Con Air? What's your rating of Con Air?
Out of Nick Cage movies, out of everything.
Just out of, like,
Just like
all of the movies you've seen, is it in the top one?
Yeah, not by any criteria. Like as a movie.
I'm gonna give it a 4-star.
out of 5. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
5-star.
a B.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah,
B.
it could be. So
Oh, is a 4-star a B?
I don't know.
80.
I mean, there's 5 grades and 5
yeah,
stars.
If you do percentage wise, it's 80. I think you're wrong. I think it's an A++. But
Sorry, I think there's
But,
another grade. there.
I mean, good
No.
assessment. You're
objectively,
wrong,
it's
but-
not a great movie. I just love it. Like when he
No,
goes,
it's not.
"You don't treat women like that." And it's like, dude, Forrest Gump could have
my
nailed
God.
that line better. Like his accent was so
It's
terrible,
so bad,
so
but
bad.
so
See,
good.
but now
He
that
went
takes
all
me
in
to
on
a
it.
5-star movie. The way you
Okay.
just did that, Billy Bob Thornton,
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade was
Sling Blade is
okay.
a 5-star. That was
I haven't seen that one.
I
yet
haven't seen
either.
it since it came out, and I did not really enjoy it. I just don't like movies like that.
to give you the hicks.
Yeah,
What
Well,
was the movie?
Sling Blade with Billy
I
Bob
know,
Thornton.
but what was it? What's the
He was a
premise?
special man.
yeah, he had special needs, but he was living in a shack. Like,
Yeah,
what was
but he-
got? Was it? Did he get accused of murder or something?
Yep.
Did he do it?
No.
He didn't do it.
No. I don't
Do y'all remember the movie The Gift with Keanu Reeves, where he plays the
Oh
abusive
man, no. But
Kate Blanchett?
Should know that for Kate
oh
Blanchett.
yikes.
But that was my favorite because Keanu Reeves is another kind of like
Yeah,
Nick
he's-
Cage
he's
style
up there.
actor, where he's not a good actor.
Do you remember when he saved those people on the bus?
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite movie, or it was back then.
Keanu Reeves or Nick Cage? Which one are we at?
Keanu Reeves.
You're talking about Speed,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I was like, which one?
Of
Speed
course.
16 was probably the best.
Speed. Oh my gosh, with Keanu Reeves and that little girl that was in there.
Sandra Bullock.
I loved them. They were so
Sandra.
adorable in that movie.
Sandra.
I
Sandra's
wasn't
quality.
a fan of those. I'm not into action movies. John Woo's a great director, but those aren't really my thing. Bill and Ted obviously is what I first saw him in, where he's playing. You know.
So what is your kind of movies then? That flips me to that.
Man, I just like shit that really makes me think and that really can like change your outlook on life. I mean, golly, Coen Brothers are great. I mean, and I like fantasy, sci-fi, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love Christopher Nolan. So like you've seen Memento or like Interstellar, Inception, any of
Interstellar
those
was
movies.
amazing.
Like
I loved
Interstellar, that's a great example. Like movies like that, and it's so it's not only, you know, you got that whole sci-fi element, but it's such a powerful story about a father's love trying to get back to his daughter.
Yeah.
And like the emotional resonance when they're on that water planet, and like every minute that goes by is like so many decades back on Earth.
Oh yeah. Well,
It just makes you
just think it's
just really deep. And now that you have kids now, like,
it resonates.
would you agree that once you have kids, it changes your entire perspective on life?
100%.
Because now you are not the most important thing in your life.
Yep.
And I
100%.
think, yeah. So, but you have a baby. We haven't talked about yet. What is the baby's full?
I must have gave her baby fever when I had mine. That's all I can figure.
What's the full name?
I mean, they are 3 years apart.
I mean, you had it for a long time. What can I say?
I did. When I was going through my divorce, I had baby fever. Like, because right before I started going through a divorce, like, oh, I would do a number 2. And it's like, well, but not with this guy. And it's like, well, now I'm old. Now,
yeah, you're fucking in your 40s. And,
well,
literally. That's how we got here.
Rude.
No.
Oh, yeah. I remember Brad.
Now you've got a fucking baby. Like, it's so wild.
Yeah.
She's a kid.
You're old enough to be a grandma. You know this. You're not.
No, you're not.
I am not
You
old enough.
absolutely are old enough to
There
be.
are some grandmas
Well,
out
I
there.
mean, yes.
There are.
I
I've
mean,
got-
technically,
Acorn.
I would be.
My
Acorn
buddy
is
Braun's
grandma
2
size.
years
It's like
younger than me,
grandma
and he's got a...
Well,
Second.
yeah, but I'm just giving an example.
My grandfather was 40 when I was born.
Really?
I mean, if you think about it, back then, people had kids earlier because they had to
right.
they were farmers and they had, you needed help.
Yeah,
Like-
that's why I was born. They
Right.
ran out of farm help. So 40, mom was 40.
I believe that. Now
Yeah.
it's like, find your path, and these kids are like, oh, I want to explore for 10 years and find myself. And then they've got kids, when they're fucking 30 years old, but they're the most immature fucking pieces of shit on the planet by then, and who've just been selfish for 10 years, and now you have a child, and it's like, how do you break out of that mindset? I think it made people tougher back then. Like, it probably fucked a lot of... I mean,
Definitely made people tougher.
the way people were raised back then was just tough. Like, we're a very sensitive society now, like, to a fault. Like,
Oh, gosh.
like, back then it was borderline abusive, and now, like, we've
flipped,
completely gone in the opposite
But
direction.
I think you can still, like, and that's what I think I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to correct some of the ways I was raised.
Sure. Well,
But
you want to keep
also-
the good things that your parents
Correct.
did.
And
Get rid of the
what
bad.
are some of the corrections you're making?
Well, like, I don't need to beat the shit out of her for no, like...
I'm going to stop the abuse. The abuse will be the
I don't
first
need
thing
to
to go.
beat the shit out of her because she's crying over something stupid.
Right.
but-
Yeah, I feel like parents back then were very just no fucking
There's-
tolerance
yeah,
for anything.
0. And so it's like, learn how to talk to your kid first, and if they're blatantly disrespectful or it's a safety issue, then yes, there needs to be intervention. But and also learn to pick up after yourself. I don't care if you're 4, you have hands.
Jesus Christ, you fucking baby! Change your own diaper.
She's 4.
I do that to Sophia too. It's like, dude, I'm not going behind you picking up all these toys. You're
She's
15
mine is
months
4.
old.
15 months old. What's her
Clean
name?
this up.
Sophia.
Sophia Kingston.
Kingston. Where'd the Kingston come from?
And originally I thought I would have a boy because there's no way I could raise a girl because they're awful.
And you were gonna name this boy Kingston? What
I
a fucking animal! Why would you do? You know the Nick Cage sketch about the boy names
I can't believe you didn't.
No.
on Saturday Night Live?
No. Oh, I don't watch Saturday. I know. I was never a Saturday Night Live person.
How was Kellen not Nicholas? That just hit me.
I know. Right?
Or Cage? It could have been any
There's a
of those.
great
Oh
sketch.
man, what if his name was Cage?
I can't believe that. You missed
Oh,
that
he would
opportunity.
be so hard and wild. He wouldn't be sensitive.
That's
Cage.
That's not how it works, but
Yeah, that's facts.
I mean,
I don't know. Mine worked out about right. Ember, she's definitely.
so why are you stopping at the
well,
one?
see, like you jinxed her then.
Oh yeah, I guess she's 2, huh? Because, well, for one, Killa said he doesn't want to have a walker at their graduation, And actually, we never really planned to have kids.
Right.
It wasn't on the agenda. But we're super excited we have her. But also, we're just at the time of life.
Yeah.
We're good.
No, that's fair.
Plus, monetarily, it just makes sense. We can give her more opportunities.
But you would admit that, like, it totally changed your
Oh, for sure.
outlook on life.
Oh, yeah. Like, I realize I have to make sure this human doesn't, die and also not hate me or, like, there's a million things that go through your head, but no, it's just different. And you do learn to live for somebody entirely different than yourself.
I want to get into something a little bit serious. I had a buddy, Justin, come on the podcast, black dude, a friend of mine, and I was asking him, because I feel like I live in a bubble, I felt like race relations were great in the 80s and 90s, and I was asking him, like, I just don't see a lot of racism.
Mm-hmm.
You're married to a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you had any, like,
Yeah.
bullshit in being in a mixed race marriage?
Yeah, so
Really?
obviously...
I didn't even know where you were going with that because, quite honestly, I forgot that you were married to a black guy. I had no idea where you were taking that.
She lives in a bubble, too.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. You're just
She just doesn't see color.
Right,
So-
I just don't see color. I just don't.
Oh,
It's
well
like,
done.
it's just Killis. You're
Classic
You're
comment.
married to
He's just a
Killis.
human being. I didn't notice.
Didn't notice by the name either, did you?
No.
No, so to give like serious context around this,
Yeah.
obviously I came from someplace that I also had no experience or had no visibility to
Sure, because there's just
racism.
probably not a lot of black people where you grew up. Like here, yeah,
Zero.
zero.
There
yeah.
were zero.
Well, we had two at Farmington. One was a star running back, and the other was a drug dealer. And I was like, that's fair.
What is it?
Jokes, people.
Oh shit. No, and we did have one half black girl, I think, at one point. I think her name was Desiree. But anyway, I just didn't have any experience to it, and quite
Right.
frankly, I thought racism is going away. That's not a
Right.
thing anymore.
Right.
And so anyway, long story, fast way forward, and met Killis. We dated, fell in love, all that jazz. And for his, I think we were 6 months into the relationship for his birthday.
Before you were married, or
Oh, yeah.
after marriage? Okay.
Well before. 6 months into our dating life. I was like, I want to do something really special. I really like this guy. I'm going to take him to Memphis to a comedy show.
Okay.
And so on the way, I wanted him to meet one of my best friends from when I grew up, just to like add to the nostalgia of 6 months. And
Yeah.
so we head to Harrison.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Sorry, I still remember because my wife is from Mountain Home, so when we drive through Harrison, I used to get a kick out of this stretch of highway is adopted by the
Yep.
KKK.
Yeah, this is Lindsay admitting some faults. Okay,
How many years have you been married now?
going on 7.
Nice.
6 or 7.
Okay.
Six. Sorry,
Continue.
too fast. But anyway, so 6 months in, I was like, I'm gonna surprise him with this. I wasn't even telling him where we were going, and
Going to the KKK capital of the world, baby.
and we start driving, and like halfway to Harrison, not halfway to Memphis.
Right.
He's like, "Where are we going?" I was like, "You can't know."
You're in
and
Alpena.
He's like, "Are we going towards Harrison?" I was like, "You can't know." And I'm sitting there going, "Why?"
He's
is
like,
he-"
I can't actually go to Harrison, right?
And so, like 20 minutes outside after his additional inquisitives, I was like, "You're gonna meet my friend Debbie. She lives in Harrison." Yes, I was like, "But I
She's
grew
going
up
to be
with
wearing
her."
a white robe. Everything's fine.
Is Debbie your 78-year-old friend?
She has a white witch's hat.
I don't know.
No, I grew up with her since
All
I
of
was
a
like
sudden now
4.
we're going to see
So she's your
Debbie.
age?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's been my friend since like 4 years old.
Nice.
I thought maybe it
That's
was
special. You still
your
have
babysitter.
Yeah,
Still
I got a
close with her?
couple. Yeah, well, I would close is probably strong, but I try to keep up with her.
Yeah.
And then I have another one, Sophie. I keep up with her a lot. But anyway, we're going to meet Debbie and her husband, and we meet them at a cafe in Harrison. And he goes, "You do know, like, what Harrison's known for?" I'm like, "Are you talking about the KKK?" Like, because obviously everybody's heard that. I was like, "That's not a thing anymore. This is not a thing."
They got White Pride Radio right now.
Well,
Like,
this
that's
is
still a
Lindsay
thing.
not knowing.
Okay.
This is Lindsay literally mute to reality.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, it's definitely still a thing." And he's like, "Where are we going?" I was like, "We're going to a cafe to meet them for breakfast." And he's like,
The cafe, it's spelled with a K.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
and so he's
Sorry.
like, okay. And I was like,
The Crispy
Are you
Crunchy
really-
Cafe.
And I mean, I was in shock. I'm like, I can't believe you're so nervous about it. He's like,
Right.
He's like, do me a favor and just pay attention while we're
Okay,
there.
fair.
I said, okay. And so we sit down. Debbie gave her big hugs, and they really aren't. Like, they have zero racism.
Sure. Not everybody in Harris is
No.
Harris is racist.
Did Debbie gave Killis a hug?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
I mean, yeah, we just all give hugs and all that jazz. Sat down for breakfast. And I wasn't really paying a lot of attention. And Killis finally said, do me a favor. Don't make it obvious, but every once in a while, just take a gander across the table to the right. I said, oh, okay. And I really thought he was just being sensitive.
Paranoid, maybe.
And I kept kind of glancing, and I was like, they were staring. And I was like, well, maybe they're just, like Washburn.
You
There's
want to
just
believe
not
in the
many.
best in people.
Yeah, and so I just keep paying attention. And then you really just start to look around, and you're like, oh my God. Like, and you even get people with, like, the blatant, like, hate face.
Man.
And you're like, are you kidding me? And that was the first time that I realized, I'm like, you are naive. Like, you really haven't noticed
Well, was
this.
that limited to Harrison?
Right.
No.
I was about to say,
No.
was
No,
that?
no, it isn't. And that was when it first opened up, because obviously it wasn't just one table. There was a few there.
Yeah.
But then after that experience is when I started to understand. I'm like, it is not what you think. Like, you need to pay attention. You need to wake up and realize it's not that simple. You just never been
So
experienced.
you see that here too?
Yeah, every once in a while. It's not bad, but
What is it like? People looking at Killis specifically, or people looking
Well,
at
it's
you
the fact
together
that they're a mixed
because
race
you're
couple. Like, that's
right.
disgusting.
Probably a little
Like,
bit
she
of
said she
both.
saw like a rage
Yeah.
face. Like, that's.
there was a rage face at that cafe. I was like, oh wow, that bitch is mad.
But like, but I just don't understand the hate. Like, why?
I don't understand because it doesn't affect them.
It doesn't affect them. It's
Exactly.
like it's like the gay thing. Like, I'm not into it, but I don't give a fuck what you do. Just leave the kids out of it, and we're cool.
I like or hate people appropriately based on their
Character?
personalities
Yes.
and their character.
That's the way it should be.
It's like I would definitely hate you for being a douche or something.
Well-
Like, but it has nothing to do with what color you are. Like, it's just your behavior.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Right.
But-
Well, I mean, I've lost friends over supporting Trump. It's like you can't see past the color of the hat and get to know me. Like,
The
you don't-
color of the hat.
You don't even know like why. Like, people don't. They just like they see a thing and they judge you, and then they
Yeah.
cut you out of their lives. And it's so much bull. It's no different than it's bigotry.
Yeah.
Like, bigotry is the core of racism and homophobia and all that stuff. It's just judging people on the appearance or whatever.
Yeah.
But obviously, you guys still happily married, and hopefully, it's not affecting you much. But it
just woke me up.
It did wake you up to the fact that it still exists.
Yeah, because I just had zero experience with it, and I went to a Christian college in Branson, Missouri. So, and
Yeah.
I actually did have a couple of friends there that were black. One was Jamaican, but that was the only experience. We were in such a tiny
Sure.
little place, and you just didn't get any of it until you really got out of the.
Well, there definitely
Protection.
were not a lot of black people living in Northwest Arkansas when I was growing up, but my dad worked with a couple of black dudes that were fucking hilarious. I mean, they were like uncles to me, These guys were just cracking jokes and just fun. And I mean, we had dudes, rednecks. I mean, I went to a redneck school, Farmington. You had dudes bumping up, listening to Dr. Dre, like people wearing Jordan jerseys. Like, I did not see. There were a couple assholes. There were a couple individuals who were just pieces of shit.
There's
But
a couple of white ones like that too.
it wasn't acceptable. I'm talking about white people being
Oh,
racist.
you meant okay? I gotcha. I
Yes,
see what
I'm
you're
talking
saying.
about white people. There were a couple, but it was but it wasn't cool. It's like, dude, there's no need for this kind of shit.
I see what you're saying.
I
They were
felt
being
like we
dicks.
had really
I gotcha.
gotten past
Past
a lot
it.
of that stuff, and then I feel like it's ramped up more than ever right now. But
Yeah.
it doesn't affect your like daily lives. Like, it's not a
Um,
problem.
no, not for the most part. I mean, there are spaces. I won't get into some of them because it's important. I don't. But
Whatever you're comfortable with.
But yeah, there's definitely spaces that's probably a little bit more affected.
Yeah. Do you worry about that for your daughter?
Yeah, I think the biggest part is worrying about making sure she's prepared for what she could hear or what could happen. Because it could change within 5 years of how this environment lives.
But you also don't want her to be fearful of everybody.
No. And I also want her to make damn sure she stands up for herself no matter what.
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you preparing her for people like questioning because she's half and half, or are you prepared for people when they see you being in an interracial couple, or is it both?
I'm more worried about the fact that she may be criticized for who she is being mixed or having black
Yeah.
heritage, whatever the case
We're
is.
all mixed with all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
Right,
I was like,
I
we're
was
all
gonna say,
fucking
like-
mutts, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
we're
a
all
stupid
mutts.
thing.
It's just a matter of her mutt has a little more color, even though she's pretty light. But,
Yeah,
you know, she's got the curly hair, and you never know what you're going to run into. And kids are fucking mean, so.
they are.
Oh man, well, kids are mean anyway, regardless of if you have curly hair. But I would.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I think parenting has a lot to do with kids that are cruel. I really do. Like, I don't tolerate that shit. Like,
Yeah.
now there's a difference into it. Like, me and my kids talk a lot of shit. We roast each other, right?
That's-
There's a difference between that
Yeah.
and being cruel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like joking around is.
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean,
If
I think
everybody
there are.
is on board with it, like you're not being mean.
All parties are.
Well,
having
another
fun.
thing in the 80s and 90s is black comics would rip on white people and white comics would rip on black people, and it was cool because you weren't doing it out of a place of malice. It was out of, you know, these are my black brothers, and I'm gonna, you know, the grape soda thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that was a joke, and I even
What's the great soda thing?
Oh, grapes, like the
Oh,
flavor
the
of black
grape
people.
soda. I thought you said
black
the
people
grape
like grape soda.
And-
Every black person
and
I know
fried
is like,
chicken.
yeah, it's true.
Like it's
Okay,
not.
close.
It's okay. Does he
No.
not like it?
No, he loves grape.
See? There are some things that are a stereotype for a reason.
Well, stereotypes.
It's not
exist
because
for
they
a
grew up with
reason.
it.
Yes,
though.
it's not a
It's
stereotype
just like us.
because it's mean. It's a stereotype because it's just
They grew up with it.
true.
Right.
Like black people like grape soda and fried chicken. I'm
But
not
we've
saying
become-
I'm not being mean about
Well,
it.
no.
It's just true.
But we've become
Well, it's
such
just-
pussies that it's like,
Well, it's also because of how they were raised, right? That was a common dinner. That was the common Kool-Aid that they all had in their
With-
house because it's cheap. And
Great.
just like us, I
With
had
watermelon.
dry-ass pork chops growing up my whole
like
life.
spam. Like a lot of white families
Yeah.
ate spam.
Fried spam.
Fried spam.
All that
No,
shit.
I've never had a piece of fried spam in my life. You
I
guys
said,
are-
Shocked.
you grew up a
Truly
spoiled
shocked.
brat.
Also, you
And
were
you
not
know
from
it.
the country, and you guys had some
Yeah,
money.
your life was totally
no,
different.
no,
than
no,
ours.
no. They didn't have any money until I was well into like high school.
Oh, so you got fucked, just like I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still didn't have.
My dad
like,
started making
ate
good money when I graduated, and I was like, "What bullshit is this?"
Right, yeah. It's like my dad ate bologna. He didn't make me.
He worked his ass off,
Spam.
though,
Yeah.
and that's one of those things that I always observed. Is like, you know, he was from that generation that was just not very communicative or emotional. But
Right.
I
Well, that's-
observed.
When we were talking about something earlier, what did Lindsay say? Something about just you get whipped for crying, all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
bullshit, man.
I didn't know how to like talk to someone or have an actual conversation about like, especially about feelings or anything.
Right.
That's part of why my diary from junior high is so gloom and doom. It's because you couldn't actually go up to your
It
parents.
really
and
is. I've
tell
read that
them
diary
anything.
3 times now, and it's really depressing. You should lock
Man,
it.
I don't remember feeling the way
Do you
that
really
I
have
felt.
that still?
I really have a diary. Yeah, I have
From
my own
junior
diary.
high?
Yeah, my Lisa Frank diary. For sure. It's got colorful pages.
Do you think that person that wrote it is an idiot, or do you relate to that person still?
No, I think that person that wrote it was like I don't remember feeling that way, but man, there was a bunch of junior high angst going on in that kid's
Really?
head. Yeah, it was like, geez, some of it. A lot of it was there were some boy entries. There were some.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like exercise regimes and like diet plans in there for a junior high kid. Yeah,
You had a self-image problem?
for sure.
You got one now, so I assume you have one back then as well. That's where it started.
No, I don't have one now.
Who do you blame for that one?
No, I think I got over that whenever I got older and didn't
Care anymore?
care anymore.
Once you got
yeah.
the stretchy jeans, it was like, hey, this is problem solved.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm just gonna live
Until
how
you
I
get
wanna
the
live.
oversized overalls, don't talk to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, body image stuff went away when you hit like 30s, whatever you didn't
Yeah.
want. But man, that junior high school age, but you couldn't talk to anyone. You couldn't talk to your parents. You couldn't have conversations or like,
You get any work
Say.
done to your body?
huh?
You get any work done? To,
Oh, do you mean like lip injections? Where
I mean, anything
My-
at all that might.
my week of lipstick.
Well, you said you're over it. So, are you really?
Over it.
Notice he didn't ask me. I guess that means like my face is just pure getting old.
No.
No.
She has self-image issues. You do not, because you're wearing that.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah.
That's why I wore it.
See how we just
I,
slip into the old days.
We
just
needed
like
commentary.
Man, you know what I was thinking
That was
about
the end
earlier?
of a golden era.
It was.
I was thinking earlier
It's the best JB Hunt team for sure.
when I had like actually was like, no, yeah, okay, I'll come. Even though I was really mad about this time being like 3:30 because it's before baby bedtime. It's like, God, I hate missing bedtime.
Yeah. I get it. I
Hate
get it,
it.
man.
Actually, what time is it?
I hate, missing my
I
kid
should
shit.
have like a baby bedtime picture coming soon. But anyway,
Good.
so once I came to terms with it, then I started thinking of like, I don't know, just old stuff. And for some reason, the Lindsay seatbelt picture came in my head.
Oh my God.
I would
Please.
like to take a minute to thank Miles Chisholm for spreading this upon the internet and just bringing all the people joy.
Oh
We gotta
my
find. Do you
God.
have it?
For sure, I have.
Okay.
Wow. Actually,
If you can get that to me before this airs, I'll post that as the promo
as the
to
reference.
the pod.
Oh
yeah.
shoot! Because they've started
ahead.
purging.
It's already
things.
everywhere, so it doesn't
Oh,
hurt
it's
me.
the snake. You've seen my snake picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to lean into it, or it'll destroy
Yeah.
you.
I've
Like,
already
all-
gave up
embrace it.
anyway.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of my old edits, though, I've had to go in because they'll start purging. Like if you haven't opened a file in 3 years or something, they've
Oh, you
started to
save
purge it.
You don't
Yeah,
just
why
Facebook
on earth will they
reference.
throw something away you haven't touched in 3 years?
I go no.
I got a whole shed full of shit that I haven't touched in 3 years, and my wife's like, "Can we get rid of this?" And I'm like,
No, because
Clinger!
like right now, here maybe I haven't touched the seatbelt picture in 3 years, but now I need it,
Yeah,
and it might
find
be,
that for
it might
me.
actually be gone. They might have purged it.
What?
Don't worry,
te-
Facebook didn't.
Describe it though.
It'd be a travesty. So it's Lindsay in her larger stage, like
nice
almost
way to
like
put it.
slugging out in the seat, like.
It's called hungover.
You
But
do look
moving on.
fantastic, by the way.
Okay.
You've lost a lot of weight.
Oh, well, thank you.
How much did you lose?
This time would have been 120.
Damn,
But 110 because I've gained
that's
a little
insane. That's a
What do
person.
you?
bit. It is.
I
It is.
mean,
It's a small person.
Small
it's a
person.
small person.
They're small
It's
ones.
a childlike person.
Jesus Christ! I'm trying to give her a compliment. And you're like, yeah, I mean,
It's Emily!
God, what a fucking.
Well, then you're
high
just
maintenance
like
bitch.
making offense to everybody. That's a person. No, it's not. Come on.
It's a small person. But congratulations. Ignore this negativity.
No, you said the first time. What you
Do you,
done this
do you
twice,
feel like
yeah.
you're on kind of like a swing where you go up and then you bring yourself back down?
Yeah, well, the first time I did it, I didn't have a child or a family, so it's much easier to stay focused and have all the time
Sure.
to just run
Yeah, yeah.
for days.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And then you lived with Miles at that time.
Yeah,
too,
me and
where
Miles,
he was
man,
like,
we were honed. We quit smoking and we just switched our addiction to working out.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
Lindsay, get on. Let's go
Well,
run
Sean
now.
brought that up
He's
too.
good at
Like
it.
once you get into the rhythm of working out and seeing the results of it, it becomes an addiction.
Yeah, it definitely did
And so
the
you
first time.
felt that too.
Yeah, the first time I did, but no, it's good. But I then realized that eating 600 calories a day and running for half marathons is not sustainable for your whole life.
Yeah.
So obviously I gained it back.
What did you lose that first time?
Oh God, I don't know. Around the same amount. I mean,
What
it
is
was
your
close.
exact weight right now for the audience?
Oh, I don't mind. I'll share. 188.2 for anyone questioning.
I was just joking, but
No, I have zero concerns with sharing stuff like that.
Point two today.
Because
Point
when
But
you were
although, like-
305 once upon a time, you celebrate
this is
188
why I loved working with you ladies, because like I could just talk shit.
305 pounds.
anytime.
I loved it.
305 was my heaviest this last
Really?
round. Yeah.
Wait, 3 what?
305.
305.
Yeah.
That's big, man.
I know. I was like,
That's a
that
big
sounds.
girl.
That's a
That
big old
sounds
gal.
big.
That's a
a big girl.
linebacker, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember.
Me and my
being-
sister always joke we could have been killer linebackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
I
big
mean-
people
You
even
got
when
the
we're
attitude
small.
too. You
I
always
would
a
have put
tough.
you at like a
assholes, man. We could have
solid,
done it.
like I don't know, mid twos or something. I never would have put you that high.
I mean,
Did I hire
tend-
you?
Yeah, you hired me.
Okay, I thought
Not
that was-
in-
I
Lindsay
hired her
Hunt.
too.
But yeah.
Oh yeah,
but,
you were part of the interview.
But
panel, for sure.
I chose you
yes.
based
As
on
a
it.
TA.
I think that
That was a good
I
pick.
still to this
Yeah.
day I'm 98% sure I know why you chose me.
Why?
One
let's
of
hear
his
it.
questions was, if there was one type of person you couldn't work with, what would it be? Do you remember my answer?
I don't.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say,
said-
what was your answer?
Lazy people.
I
I was
mean-
like, I said it before I could think about it. I was like, I hope that doesn't like offend anyone.
I tried to always ask unconventional questions because these managers are so uncreative and they end
I
up with
love
terrible
doing
employees.
interviews.
Oh yeah, I used to too. It's like, man, I'm gonna
It's
fucking
so
throw
fun.
this curve. People, managers would get mad at me. It's like, why are you asking all this? Because I want to know who this person is. And I want to
Right.
know they're gonna expect all the shit you're gonna ask. They're gonna be rehearsed on it. Throw them curveballs. See how they react.
I know. I would act like if you're gonna walk into your room, what's your entry song, or like what's just
Oh,
bizarre,
it's the lamest bullshit.
like off. So they have
Yeah.
to come up with an off the cuff answer, so it's genuine. You're not just getting. Wow, what do you think they're rehearsing the?
No, it's just a stupid question to ask. Because who fucking cares? What does that have to do with the job application? What's your, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like, what's your favorite fucking movie?
And if we're
Like,
being
what does that have to do with anything?
if we're being honest, almost
Because
all
I want
jobs.
to hire someone based on their personality.
Well,
no,
that's-
I get it, but I'm talking about these generic, like, icebreaker
Oh,
questions. Like,
okay.
if that's your question as a manager and you, like, yeah, I want to know what kind of movies they like, because, you know, if we have something. But I'm
Oh.
talking about these generic icebreaker questions where it's like,
Oh, what are the generic? Like, what do you do for fun on the weekends?
yeah, stuff like
it's a little
that. Or,
personable for Walmart. It's too far.
I mean,
Oh man, I've heard this might have been a Sarah Bull thing. She told me this once.
Terrible. I haven't heard that
back,
name in a while.
back when we were still friends. She said something, I think during the orientation at Walmart, they said like, well, if Mickey Mouse wouldn't do it, then you don't, or if Mickey Mouse wouldn't say it, then you don't say it. It's like, whoa.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
I still talk to Sarah every now and then.
Do you?
I'm
Is
seeing
she
her in a
still
bit.
at Walmart?
I assume so. I know she does that Halloween deal down in Florida every year, but yeah. Usually if something comes up like horror related, like she's my go-to. She knows all that shit really well.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to have her on the podcast. I need to reach out.
Jennifer Moore does the horror stuff too.
So is Tia Bidwell. Call out.
Don't know who that is.
She runs the. Have you heard of the Haunt on the Creek or Haunt on the River up in Jane?
I've heard about it. Is it like it's like a haunted shit just up
Haunted,
and down? Like,
haunted creek,
on
the
the
haunted
Elk.
river, and you can actually camp out and stuff too.
is it on the Elk?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. But
Have
yeah,
you
they
that
run
sounds
that.
like a
Have you done it?
fucking.
I know. Like,
I
what a
want to
nightmare.
so bad. I want to so
Yeah.
bad, but I just never works out. You know,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
small
would
child.
never
would
go
have
to the Elk.
Take so much cocaine to do that. I could not handle it.
No, but she is all. She used to have the skeleton house in Bentonville too, or Bella Vista if you've ever heard of it. But she is. It's Killis's friend for like 25 years, but
Nice.
she's super awesome. She's into the haunt gig.
Yeah. So what is it like being like 40 and old and tired and hurting all the time and having a fucking baby?
That's why when you're talking about the marathons and the 600
Yeah.
calories, like, oh, I've never done any of that or been addicted. But why I started to work out when you still work there in the classes, why I started to work out was because being at the playground with Kellen, I mean, this was when he was a toddler and stuff, was like, man, I need to be able to keep up with this kid.
Yeah.
Because I was getting out of breath and stuff.
He's 12
that
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's actually 11.
When
but
his
yeah.
birthday's when?
July.
Yeah. So he's almost.
But yeah, that was why I started to work out, was to be able to
That was my second round.
Keep
reason.
up with a child.
keep up with a child. Yeah.
That's how active these kids are.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a joke.
So that's, I mean, today, and like I've had a couple of knee surgeries now, so now I do it so that I can literally still move. I have to go to strength class and ride my bike, do spin or whatever, so that I can keep moving.
Yep.
And it's great. Listen, I can get up, I can walk, because she's walking now, not by herself. So I've got to bend my old self over and walk with her, but I can do it now.
Yeah.
With like only, relatively having back pain after a
Right.
while.
God, imagine what you're gonna feel and look like when her graduation.
When she graduates, I'm going to be in the
Don't say that.
walker.
Killis is much older than her.
Killis is
he
older than
really?
me. Yeah.
He's approaching 50.
Really?
Is he?
Yep. He's 2
Oh,
years out.
Oh, I thought
So
he was.
how
Well,
old are
okay, I
you
thought he was
now, then?
mid-40s.
I am 36.
She's
I
only
had to
in
think
her
about that.
30s. What a baby. I forget you're such a baby.
She's
Yeah, how
she's
often I hear
basically my
that shit.
sister's age.
Yeah,
Chelsea's
she's a
88. So
baby.
yeah. It's like a.
I'm 36, my brother's 46, and my sister is 52, I think. I'm sorry if that's wrong.
What's up with the long gaps there?
Yeah, that's my parents' mojo. I
Were
don't.
y'all all
You gotta spread it
accidents?
out for farm work.
But they're all. No, I'd believe that. You're all full blood.
Yeah, all
Just-
full
just a
blood.
big
We're just
gap.
spread out. I was a surprise, but the other two weren't. But they're 7 years versus 10 and
Yeah.
17.
That's wild.
Yeah, I was a shock. A great surprise, I like to call it. Not an accident.
Well, at the time, it's very much an accident.
I was about to say,
And
I
it's
mean,
like,
Sophia was an
it throws you
accident.
into disarray, but then years later, you're like, you would not.
Yeah, it just becomes
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're grateful, and you're actually kind of disappointed in the way you handle it when you found out. It's like, fuck, abort. And then, you know,
Jeez.
and then it's like,
Abort.
now it's Theo.
Abort
It's
mission.
cool.
Now it's the.
Yeah, but no.
Man.
Jokes, people. But no, that was a surprise. We had literally just moved in here with 2 kids and found out immediately we're having a third.
So
it's like, fuck.
So you were at 4 though, right?
No, I got 3.
Why did I think you had 4?
I
I don't know.
don't know why.
Because he's got this weird mop.
Oh,
right
it's the
here.
mop boy. Oh, this is a cute one too.
Unless you're talking about the kid in the basement.
Oh, probably that one. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Javier? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's not really. It's a
Yeah,
jokes,
the one in
people.
chains.
God
Forgot.
damn it. People get so fucking worked up over jokes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still reeling from the abort Theo comment, so I haven't spoken since.
I know. Just sit over there and pout the rest of the episode, you bitch.
I will.
Shit, I mean, even having your first as an accident, you're like, what do? Do I have to get rid of it? I'm like, I guess not. I mean,
Do
we're
I have to
adults.
get rid of it? Yeah.
Jeez.
No, our first
Listen,
was
when you're
definitely
not
an accident.
planning for this,
Yeah.
You
So it was
just
a
freak
complete
out.
surprise to you.
pretty much, yeah.
But were you on birth control? Or
Yeah.
were you? Yeah. Oh, you were.
Was there a talk of whether you're going to keep it or not? Like, was that an...
Oh, no. It was, no, like after I got over the initial shock, I'm like, okay, well, shit.
This is
having
what we're
a kid.
doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were on birth control.
Mhm.
Huh? How does that happen?
What do y'all ladies think about birth control? I hear a lot of nasty shit about it fucks up your hormones and...
I actually have not really had any issues with that. I've literally, and yes, I know a lot of people that it bothers, but I've had 0 problems, and quite
You've
frankly,
been
I
on
don't
it
have
for
to.
how long?
This particular one I've been on for 8 years.
Oh, so long form.
Yeah.
Okay, and it doesn't fuck with you, you don't feel like?
No, and I don't have to have a period. It's great.
Oh, it's a period eliminator?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Good for him.
Well, I
She,
quit.
she can't use that week off excuse. I'm bleeding.
No, I can use my. I don't want to. So
Right. It's like
I'm pretty
fair.
outspoken, in case you didn't know.
yeah. It's like you really need an excuse.
I know. I was like, well,
I
say
liked you
no.
from the beginning. You remember the... no names. You remember the first TA I hired?
Like what?
It was literally my first hire.
Oh
It was
gosh.
a disaster. No names. Don't even try and think of it. Because then you're
Is it
gonna
a
say,
blonde girl though?
too descriptive.
No.
Too descriptive.
The twin snake picture.
Yeah,
That was that the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even remember her
I was
name.
trying to think outside the box. And,
Oh, I can't even
it was a
remember her
She's
name.
disaster.
still
I
there
wanted
while
to.
I was there.
No, that I fixed my mistake quickly.
Oh my gosh.
I eliminated the thread.
What was wrong with? I hired one of those too.
Did you? Oh,
When
okay,
I-
so it happens to the best of us.
I mean, I don't know what. we
Well, there's
were
really
doing.
good fakers out there.
No, I have Googled and Facebook stalked every hire, like back from when we were Team Durham. All of these TA applications that would come through, I would Facebook stalk them.
Well, after my mistake, Emily was like, "Did you not even look at her social media?" And I was like, "What? What is that? How do I access that?"
Yes.
She's like, "You let me vet these people going
Right.
forward," and that's how you started
That's when
vetting
I started
people.
going to interviews and stuff. It was like, okay, here.
Yeah.
So I've done that, okay, for years. Like we're talking
Yeah.
10 years
10
ago,
years
I
now,
started
yeah.
doing that on Team Durham.
Yeah.
And then here, I'm managing a team, like there's like 33 total.
Mhm.
For whatever reason, this one girl, I didn't ever look at did no Google searches. Hired her in at a senior because, like, oh my gosh, she was so good. Like, we need to make up a position basically to get this girl in here. Like, I was sold. Within the first day of orientation, it's like, oh,
Fuck.
whoa. I hate this person so much. Like, what have I done? And she was stupid. She would go to meetings with VPs too and like interrupt them and tell them they're wrong, all this stuff. Like, I had my VP at the time, he would come over, he's like, hey, this girl.
Don't care for her.
He'd start laughing. I was like, dude, Jace, I know. But she faked a a
Moon
medical
landing?
condition to get out of, like, faked a seizure.
Oh boy.
Whoa,
Cried.
a whole lot, like physically?
Yes,
my
like
God.
it was
Like
this
she went
whole
full
thing.
seizure?
Security was on the floor because I was gonna write her up, and so before the meeting, she faked a seizure.
Yo!
Like,
Shit.
it was all of it. Like she
Managing
was texting.
sucks.
Yes, and she didn't directly report to me, but so her manager, she would text her all the time like this, just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like this girl was fearful for her life. Well, here, after the day of orientation, when I realized my mistake, I Googled her and Facebook stalked her. Oh, man. It was bad. It was like this girl part 2 out there on her. Like, she had basically wearing bikinis with... it was wild. It was...
Nipple? We got nipple?
I mean, there was like machine
I
guns.
mean,
That's what a guy wants to know. Machine gun?
like machine
bikinis?
guns crossed over.
Oh,
her.
I'd hire.
And like,
Nice. That's all I would have needed.
Oh boy.
That's it.
like
She's in.
knives in her boot. No,
Yep.
it was,
You
and
just
she
keep
just
selling
This
looked
is
it.
why
like
you took over hiring.
she just looked like glazed in all of her pictures. Like
Hey, she
half her
didn't
head
take
was
over.
shaved.
She just protected me from myself.
That is.
She
Oh
was.
gosh.
Man, this is the first 85 fucking episodes, and you're the first one to fuck that up.
Sorry.
Well, I'm a
Jesus.
lot.
I'm sinking
Are you
into this
drunk?
couch. No,
You're
but
blaming the cat. You're such a blame
look.
shifter.
Mo
Look,
loves her. Look.
I'm sinking in. This
Oh my
dog's
gosh.
in my way.
Come here.
Get out of here, dog.
Come here, buddy.
I do forget because I don't interact with her a ton, and you forget the,
How bitchy
the
she
level of. No, she's not bitchy.
Oh.
It's just high maintenance.
Yeah. With a little bitchy.
Well, she bitches about the things that aren't meeting her needs,
Like-
which is a lot.
Yeah.
So I
No, I'm also like one of the most easygoing people you've
mean,
ever
you are.
met.
You're a walking contradiction.
It is. That's a
You
fact.
are a human
That is
cartoon
actually a
character.
fact.
That's why I like you. Ellen.
Cartoon character.
Honestly, I missed you,
I want to
judgy
get
bitches.
you.
Thank
I want to
you.
get you drawn as a cartoon. That would be a good.
You know
one.
those people at Branson?
Yes, I know. I was going to say that. I was like, shit, we gotta get her to
mean,
Branson.
We gotta get her
ASAP.
one. See that big old Jew nose?
And her hair will be huge in the cartoon
Jokes,
because you want
people.
big hair.
No, it would be like my cartoon character would just be like a, and then you go down into like a little like what chicken figure
hold
or
on,
something.
We got a notebook. I can do this. I can
All right,
do this.
he's gonna cartoon. I
Like,
can't wait to
this
see
is
this.
why I don't
Hold
like
on, let's
this
get-
couch. It's just forming like a big uniboob on your podcast. It's making me uncomfortable.
Oh my
Here.
god.
See if I wait.
The only thing that would have made this better is Belle got to come too. The trio.
Sorry, you can cut all this.
You never
out,
got to
please.
meet Belle.
I didn't, but you and Miles
Where
fucking
is this camera
saved
even?
my ass. I will
Okay.
please convey to him.
I already did.
Okay.
I texted him after we talked.
I've never forgotten it.
Yeah.
And I never will. Like
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna sit up straight.
It's a
so
good
I don't
time.
It
look
was
such
scary
a
as fuck
uniboob.
getting out of that car too.
What are you talking
That was a wild
about?
time.
So
What
I
is
couldn't
this?
get a
What happened?
water line approved to go through the easement of Mike's place down here, and it was owned by a trust, and the guy that ran the trust didn't have a phone.
Didn't went
Like-
around.
Oh, I feel
Like
like
there's
I
no way to
remember
get
the
hold
story.
of him, so like we had to drive, and he had to like it had to be notarized, like the document he had to sign. So I had to somehow get a notary out to this guy's house. Miles volunteered, and so me and Lindsay Miles went out there, and we get out, and these fucking like junkyard
Darkwoods.
dogs
Dark Woods.
are like, oh,
What I'd call
yeah,
it.
it was terrifying. The dude signed it though, and we got our water run, which allowed us
It was
to
a-
live here. So
It's an adventure.
it was an adventure. I'll never
We've
forget
been on a
that.
few of those. There's
It
some
was
places
just-
like that in Branson.
Just like first, I don't know. It was just somebody gave their time when they didn't have to help somebody else out. It was just a cool fucking thing, and they got nothing out of it other than gratitude. And like it was just, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
think
tried
that's a
paying
lot.
things
There's a
forward.
lot of that lost too.
There
I was about to
is.
say, isn't that
but-
what like friends do?
Yeah,
Or
well.
even friends of friends?
But they weren't. Yeah, I was gonna say they weren't friends though. Like that.
Right.
Hold
Was
on,
That
I
was your
need
friend.
I need you to kind of
Oh, okay.
All right.
Profile. Oh, profile.
Yeah,
Give a nice,
come this
give a
way
nice
a little bit.
angle. Oh, this is gonna be. Is this
I saw the nose
You
drawing.
didn't see shit.
I saw this.
Wait a minute. Is
You
this
went-
the first podcast with cartooning on it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Okay,
exceptional.
perfect.
I
You
can't
went
wait.
off the page with that
Listen,
nose drawing.
Don't fuck up the profile. Look that way.
Stop.
You're gonna mess
Okay.
up the whole picture.
Okay, sorry.
Stop moving.
Sure.
This is very important.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Don't just keep an angle on the nose so that he doesn't accentuate it too hardly.
Okay.
I can't wait to cartoon Brad. Can we cartoon
Oh, you
Brad?
wanna
We'll
go
just
around
make
the
a
horn?
big ass red hat.
We'll just
And then
we'll
there's
just
Brad.
go around the horn. Go
Okay,
back.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's do
This is gonna be
cartoon
quality.
caricatures.
Oh, and a big beard, hat and beard.
Well, do I need? Are
little
you gonna?
eyes.
Am I gonna be sitting down in your cartoon?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
He could change it up. We all know what mine's gonna be. Giant overalls.
I mean, what do y'all think? Is it?
Is that? I assume that's not hair.
That.
Is that not? I mean, is that?
Is this hair?
I can't
guys?
even
Oh my
tell
gosh!
where
Yeah, you're
you're-
gonna have to get zoomed in there.
There. Oh yeah.
You have big teeth. I don't even hardly notice the
That's
nose.
pretty damn
or
close. All right, Lindsay, here.
There we go.
You think you're such a fucking hot shit?
teeth. All right, who am I
Let's go.
caricaturing?
Oh, you wanted to do me?
Caricature.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Brad.
I once was an art major, but nobody judged.
I
Minor.
get to
Don't judge
keep
me
it
on that.
though.
Oh.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
What? He's trying to look all stately.
No,
right
I'm
now.
trying to look professional.
You're
Only something you
trying.
wouldn't understand.
I mean,
No,
I
you-
kind of really want to actually draw good, so nobody judge me.
No,
It's gonna
you
take me.
can't
Oh,
a
draw.
she's trying?
Oh,
I like
You're
to
not
try.
supposed to try.
I like to try.
You're like drawing a sketch of him. That's
It's
not
supposed to be a
caricature.
joke.
It's gonna be good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I mean,
Stop stressing.
If you capture me accurately, it will be good. Yo, Emily, give me a straw. Please.
Straw?
Yeah.
All right,
your
Santa
beard?
Man.
Yes, for my beard.
Santa Man.
Okay.
It's in that crazy ass junk drawer with every other kitchen utensil I have.
Sure.
Okay, and let's do a little
Like, I'll
poppity
get you
doppity.
one.
And
Huh?
let's do this.
I'll get you one, but I'm also going to ask why I'm getting you a straw.
Well, like, I don't want to throw her train. I guess while she's drawing. I mean,
Oh, you just mean
Mm.
to keep your. Okay.
it's good. We got a system now. While
Okay.
she's looking down, I can drink. When she looks at me.
All right, I think I'm close. I'm
we're
close.
already there.
Okay,
Jeez.
I mean, I thought you just wanted a straw because you're high
She's
maintenance.
fast
Got a little
acting.
funky, but it's all good. It'll do.
I mean,
No.
this is interesting.
Let's.
See?
What is all? Do you have like tentacles there? What's that?
Apparently,
thing?
I have, I
Where's-
have like
Is that your
fingers
nose?
for a nose. But
It was supposed to be hair. It was
hold on.
fast.
So
It
now
was fast.
Emily has to do Lindsay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
boy.
cool.
Hold
yeah,
on.
well,
Where's my
take
best
a
side?
piss.
The left
Y'all-
side.
Y'all keep this going.
Sorry, Mama.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Wait, did you just call that thing Momo?
Yeah, it's Momo now.
What's
I've
the-
adopted
what's
Momo.
The dog's name?
Renamed my dog.
Yeah, sure.
What's the dog's real name?
Mo.
Oh, Mo. Wait. Okay, do duck lips.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, if we're doing a caricature, I'm like the best artist ever, by the way.
Mm-hmm. If it's anything like you're photocropping.
You have like it's your very jawline. Okay.
I don't want to see this. Don't forget the oversized overalls.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Oh, Mo's so happy to have people here. Are you putting Mo in it?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you could interpret it.
This is gonna be awful. It's gonna be the worst cartoon caricature ever.
I'm so bad at art. Okay, I'm done.
What the fuck is that?
It looks like a
Brad,
Pac-Man
hurry up!
character.
This is the worst drawing I think I've ever seen. Worse than yours. Worse than yours.
Those are your oversized overalls.
It's a squid. It's a squid body.
Yeah,
It's like Ghosty from Pac-Man.
I know. I don't know why I made you a Pac-Man.
I'm a Pac-Man with
That was supposed
Kardashian lips, maybe, and
well,
really
I just
fat
pissed all
ass
over myself
cheeks.
trying to wrap that up so I can get in here to see this.
I'm
Sorry.
like Pac-Man ghost with Kardashian lips and
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see it.
chipmunk
You're
cheeks.
welcome. Look, there's your
Let me see.
your chisels.
I don't know
I'm
what.
gonna need it just a second. I got it.
There's your chiseled jaw
I-
down there.
I would like an award as the best artist before I leave because
You
it
gave him
was clear.
tentacles.
Have you already shown this? Is this
That's good.
That is trash.
No, hold on. Let me put it right next to her. Wait, I'm
Oh,
not
here.
the
Yeah.
man. Yeah, there we go.
It's
I mean,
that was your overall.
what's going on down?
I
this is
nobody
Like
knows.
it's just flowing.
Nobody
the
knows.
double mouths though. What? God,
It's
Wes may have it
Kardashian
tough.
lips. I don't know.
All right, should we do another? Should I do Lindsay this time?
Yeah, let's see
And
if
maybe
you can improve that.
improve upon that.
All right,
You,
let's
wait,
improve that
you
sketch.
don't think I did a good job? So.
Really? It's a good try. It was solid try.
Solid effort.
Hold on.
Love
Give me
the
a
attempt.
profile.
But are we doing a caricature? Or are we doing?
I mean,
We're
actual-
was
doing
that a
We're doing
caricature?
a caricature.
What?
She's trying too hard.
right?
And you didn't
but
try at
she
all.
did a caricature.
I feel like I was
We just meet in the
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
All right.
I'll take it. Do I need duck lips again?
No.
She had me
just
do
look
duck
nat-
lips.
She
look
was
natural.
doing
It's
duck
kinda-
lips, and so that's
I gotta
why
get the shape.
you have a very like your cheekbones, your jaws right here. It's very lovely chiseled.
Yeah, you made it super fat, but okay.
But I mean, I made it like
Hold on. Stop.
cut. Made it cut.
This is so aggressive. I don't know how
See,
not to
this is-
smile. It's so hard.
This is not good.
This is so hard.
This is not good at all.
Not gonna smile. Not gonna smile. How do you? Yeah. Being serious is tough.
Yeah. So apparently you're John Lennon now. I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry.
Ah! What is that? Okay, so she did ghost body. You did ghost hands. You did like little ghosty hands.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this magic.
That's not good.
Oh wow.
Oh, so now you get to do Emily.
Oh wow. Like in. That's a deep dip.
God, see, you can't even market this game because you can just play it at home. Like, this would be the greatest board game to sell.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But
Draw
you
your
need
friends. All
pen
right,
and
you
a
got to do
paper.
Emily now.
Yep, I will.
I got to see this. Maybe we should do ourselves.
Oh boy. I don't know about that. We're our own worst critic. It could come out really rough. Or you could embellish things.
So, before she's back, you can look at my drawing for reference if you need. Just to
Yeah.
get an
Oh, let me.
idea.
Yeah. Let me check that out.
Can we show that one more time? Let's,
You just. Oh, I see. I made too many noses. I didn't make a
it was a
nose.
lot of
That
nose.
was. It was
It
this
was-
actually.
Hey, don't fuck it up! This was.
Oh yes, big.
This
The
was how I
large
did-
embellished bottom half there.
This is how I did Emily.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about.
And I think that's been the best one so far.
Is it?
Yeah, it's totally. It's basically photorealistic.
At least your cap is good. The cap was really good.
No, you did a great job on the cap. All right, Emily. Now Lindsay's
have a
gonna draw
seat.
you.
Payback is
You want to
now.
sit in the red? You want her in the red chair? Or you want her?
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Sit
Sit
in the
cross your
throne.
legs. Let me get a full profile here.
Okay, we're having a good time here.
This is gonna be.
I was just telling her
excellent.
like this would be a cool board game to sell, but what do you sell? A notepad and a fucking pen?
Isn't that what win, lose, or draw is?
Yeah, like all the coolest shit you can't make money at.
Yeah, pretty much. Nope.
Why
Put your
are
arms
you
down.
doing
Stop
that?
moving.
Oh, so
That.
Stop.
I'm doing a wacky, wild, inflatable.
You seem like the kind of person that if you had enough money, you'd get a portrait done of yourself. So you need to
Ooh,
get
you're
used
buff.
to this.
You're buff.
Oh wow.
You need to get used to it.
Sitting,
What do y'all have? What are these?
sitting still while someone draws.
That's
me.
called a white claw.
This is weird.
Oh yeah, that's the
Almost
stuff
there.
that turns men gay upon one sip, right?
I don't know. I think it takes a little more than that.
No,
I've
they're
heard.
tasty. They're
I've
tasty.
heard.
I jest. They're
I was about to
tasty.
say, I think if you're a man, you're already gay upon the first sip.
Oh, this is rough. This
It
is
doesn't
really
turn
rough.
you.
I was better at Brad for sure. Sorry.
Now, white. I just don't like sweet things, really. I'm not a dessert guy.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like a bacon flavor. Like if they came like a bacon flavor or
Oh, they
like a smoked mesquite beer or something, you know.
At Harps the other day, they had a chocolate bar. It was
Mhm.
what was it? It was bacon and
Nope, this is
like a
rough.
bacon and cheese.
I really
chocolate
focused
bar
on
or
the
something.
body.
It was weird.
Let's just keep that in mind.
It's really nasty.
The chair and the
combination
body's
chocolate
great.
bar.
So hold on, what was in it?
It was.
Hold on.
it was
We gotta
called-
hold on a second.
It was
I can work on it a
pig
little
and
more, so
something.
I
It was
know.
like bacon and cheese chocolate bar or something like bizarre that you would never put in
Yeah,
chocolate.
and it was terrible.
I didn't get it.
Oh,
But it was just.
But
at
it's
the
a thing.
It was at the cash register.
yeah, that's
at
good. I've
Mark's.
still got some bacon. Do y'all want to try some bacon whiskey?
Oh, that sounds great.
No, thank you.
I would.
I'll
I
get it.
love whiskey.
I actually
Yeah,
have.
Lindsay would like to make it into an old fashioned.
I would actually. That
Oh,
sounds
do you
great.
want to make?
Oh,
one?
you could do a piece of bacon in it. I love that.
Yo.
Yeah, why not add one more ingredient out of the 300 you gave earlier?
That's what makes shit good, Emily. I am sorry.
I feel like
The
it's a-
face went real bad real fast.
Well, that's just my face. It's not
No,
you.
no, I definitely think it's not your face.
It's not you. It's me. Whoa!
I got really focused on the chair and the body, and your face
Hold
went to
on
shit.
now.
Wow.
Whoa! Indeed. Look,
Look at that face.
that looks like who is that comedian? Sam Kensington. That is wild. We're in some gold here, though.
But
people.
that nose, though, like,
Alright.
see, once you start getting the nose on it, go. Well,
I feel like it wouldn't be
You get to
appropriate.
draw me now while me and Lindsay taste this bacon.
Oh, yeah, that you want no part of.
Alright.
What is this? It's
Mo.
just a
Who's
random
gonna draw
jar.
Mo?
Troy got that for me
Maybe draw
somewhere.
Mo.
It's just a
He's gonna draw a
random
bunch of
jar. You
hair.
wrote bacon on
No, Troy got that somewhere, and it's bacon whiskey, and
Oh,
he had like a
crap.
bunch
I
of
can
different
draw
samplers.
you. Crafted in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is like Branson.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
Branson.
But does it say bacon on the front of it,
No,
or
it
is
says-
this a different
says
bottle?
Bacon on
It says
the top.
bacon on the top.
Well, I know that, but like
I was like, it's
I
right
think
there.
I think he had like a bottle and we poured into this.
I see.
So here you go.
Oh,
All
because
right.
he
Here's your
didn't
little
want to
glass.
give you the
So I
whole
just taste
bottle.
a little bit.
I don't know the circumstance. Why are you so concerned with the circumstance of this situation?
I don't know. But I'm an artist, so
You are that.
I don't even need to look
Feel
at
like-
you.
It smells good.
Okay, I feel like there's some assholery going on with what you're doing right now.
Why would you ever think that?
Because you're a bitch. And now that made it worse.
Boopity. Yeah, you never call anybody a bitch while they're drawing you.
I should have waited till after. But
Oh.
she anticipated it.
Wow, lots of maple. I really get the maple out of that.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, but it's good.
Woo.
I've been afraid to try it.
It's pretty sweet.
Pour
Oh,
me
I'm
just a
not
little.
sure why you're-
What are you afraid of?
Your
Like it being
ears
too
are so-
whiskey or too sweet?
I don't want it to run. Yo!
That's not even a shot. Easy.
Dang, yeah.
Fucking
You freaked
fill that thing
out.
to the brim. I'm
I would
afraid
like
it's
to-
gonna ruin my
This is not-
enjoyment of
it's a
bacon.
teensy tiny
I'm afraid
little
it's
bit-
gonna enjoy,
Oh no,
ruin
it's not gonna ruin bacon.
Okay.
Nothing ruins bacon. Are you kidding me?
It shouldn't.
Nothing. Nothing ruins.
Undercooking it runs bacon.
That's true. Nobody likes limp bacon.
Ooh, that. Have you seen What's Eating Over Grape?
Yes,
The mom says that nobody likes greasy, soggy bacon.
I didn't.
They're
don't
getting ready for
remember that,
Arnie's birthday party.
I
Remember
mean,
Arnie was
Remember,
Yeah.
he's a special kid, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yep, Leo,
Yeah, and they were
the
getting
one that
ready-
climbed the tower.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
why that
great
movie
movie.
sticks out a lot to me.
Let's
And I watched it when I was really young. I haven't seen it in
So
forever.
did I. Oh, you need to
Okay.
rewatch it. It
I
holds
need some
up. So
references here.
Gilbert's fucking wife. Like he works for the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to think of who the guy was. It was man, it was a weird situation. Life insurance. He was like his life insurance salesman. And so he was always like, Gilbert was banging the wife, and so the husband was always like, Gilbert, we need to have a serious talk. And you thought,
Did you go cap or cowboy hat?
He's got a cowboy hat on, with an eagle on
this a
your
bald
shoulder.
eagle?
Yeah, and
the Triforce.
and you've got a
That
pearl
is
snap,
effort.
You've got a pearl snap plaid shirt on.
You know,
I
it's
think
definitely more caricature than mine.
The beard's a little aggressive, but I mean, it's not bad.
Dude,
I'll
nailed it.
give you props. It's definitely better than mine.
Yeah,
Your hat looks
yeah, that's
Cowboyish.
good. That's good.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to eat tacos, so let's
saw that
we
too.
got about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's roll this out. What do you think about
Are
the
y'all gonna
future?
do
How you
this?
feeling
I
about
would like to.
What do you want to try something?
No, I
a
was
little-
like, I just want. No, I don't want.
It didn't taste like bacon at all. It tasted like maple.
It
She's
tastes
right.
maple. It's very
Yeah.
much maple.
So it did not ruin mine.
No.
And I don't even like maple flavored bacon. I just like raw fucking, not raw, but like just
I was gonna
plain
say,
bacon.
what are you non on
Right.
raw bacon now?
Oh, you know, I hate raw meat. You know
Jerky.
that.
Oh.
I gotta have my steak burned, man.
We're not going to go to that conversation.
I mean, you don't remember him
You
like
one of those
literally
elitist assholes. It's
wearing.
like, let it bleed while I'm eating it.
I mean, at least
Ew.
medium. Don't fuck it up.
Why
No,
is
you
it
don't
fucking
remember
up?
him like basically wearing gloves over everything he touched to not
No.
get
I don't remember.
stuff on his fingers.
I'm
like
not very
grease.
observant to shit like that. Sorry.
I don't know why you'd share something like that on a public podcast
Like,
about
I
my
don't wanna
neuroses.
I don't
Like
want
my
to touch
neurotic
grease.
disorders are kind of like between me and the neuroses, but you're just
Yeah.
throwing them out there. Yes, I have
Oh.
worn rubber gloves to eat hamburgers in the past, so I wouldn't get grease on my hands.
And you're calling me high maintenance. Let's see, for the viewers here, wherever this camera is.
Clearly, I'm the least high maintenance on this podcast.
That is fact.
look, it's baby bedtime. She waved. to me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So sweet.
I know. I love
Snuggle
her.
buggles. All right, what were you saying? What's
I
what's
just
the
wanted.
wrap?
I wanted to like what you're raising a daughter. Obviously, sending her out into this
Oh,
world.
jeez, are we trying to get back to this
at a point.
introduction
No,
again?
we're wrapping it
She
up.
really
now.
is good at bypassing Ember. It's like she's trying to shut Ember
It
No,
out.
really
I-
is. It's like she is so jealous of your child getting attention over hers. Yeah, and it's like she just can't handle it. I love it. And
Sophia beats Ember.
Dude, can we have them fight?
Oh, fuck yeah, baby
a fucking
fight.
baby fight. But Sophia's got to have some,
We give her a little growth.
like
time.
at least a weapon
Yeah.
or something.
We'll give her a little
She's
growth.
got to be walking first.
Okay, walking, and we'll give her like a little bit of a one up with like maybe a
And
plastic
like a
bat.
helmet.
Plastic
A
bat.
helmet,
plastic
at
bat,
least.
for sure.
Not that kind of helmet, but like something to protect her little soft. Her head's still mushy.
Mine's feral. It's not gonna work out.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, yeah.
Mine's
It's
great.
wild. Ember needs to battle my niece.
How old's your niece?
That could be fun.
She's mean, dude. She'll just walk up and, like, start
Oh, I want
ripping
to
your
promote this
hair
fight.
out or
How old is she?
something.
Ember did that the other
She's
morning. That's weird.
7.
We can't have a 4 and a 7. We
I
gotta.
know, I know,
All right,
I
if
know.
we're gonna do
I don't
child
know.
fighting
Might
for
take-
real,
Yeah.
Ember looks like she's 6. This might work.
Do they have to
No,
be
they gotta be
within?
in age
Oh, and
brackets.
Evan's little, too.
Oh, see,
It
could
could
work.
be based on size. Why does it
could
have to
work.
be age?
Yeah, it should be like weights, just like they do in
okay,
fights.
yeah, no, that's fair. However they do it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
weight classes. Okay, that's fair.
Because I have a
Yeah.
lot of faith in her. I think she could
What's
do
the
this.
legality of marketing children fighting? It's probably not good.
I mean,
Right.
But
call them
but
ASAP.
everyone would watch it. So it's
well,
almost
it's
like
not like a parent is fighting a child. It's a child fighting a child.
Yeah,
Right.
but you're setting it up. So
But,
you're
like,
And making
but
money
if
off
you
of
set
it.
it off as a play
Well, we
date,
said
they're
nothing
just
about money.
you set it up as a play date, even though you got
thought about
cameras
this.
ready for it and they're in a ring. This just
On a
happened
trampoline,
organically. The
no.
kids just thought we filmed it and sold 800,000
Listen,
tickets.
it's on a trampoline with one of the cages. You know how you have to cage your trampoline.
Oh,
down?
I know everything about trampoline fights.
Right.
You gotta
So
see.
many
look
of
at
them.
Look at what Theo
I've
did
been
to
blown
me.
off the trampoline so many times.
Oh my gosh.
He fucking ninja kicked me right here the other day.
No, like
I've also gotta
Max
say-
back in the day, like I could not get on the trampoline with him because like dude was mean. Like he would pull my hair intentionally and like go for the weak spots
You know what?
Jesus.
immediately.
I think that kids
How old
shouldn't
was he
get
then?
cages on trampolines.
like
it makes them tougher.
2018.
So he would have been like 8. He'd have been like Theo's
He
age.
was mean.
He
Yeah.
was.
He was vicious.
He wasn't mean. He was trying
Like
to
a
kill
wild
you. I mean,
He
you
was-
know,
he
the
was
hunter
trying
isn't. He's not being mean to the antelope. He just wants to eat it.
he was trying to win the trampoline fight. So it's like just naturally what kids do. You put them on a trampoline and they want to fight. So it would just happen naturally.
Well, like when we grew up, there were
Has to
no
fight.
fucking
No,
cages.
there were no
No, you get
gates
blown
on
off.
trampolines.
There weren't even the pads around the
No.
springs.
You'd fall through them.
You
Yes.
would
Leg.
intentionally double
But
jump
then the
your
pads
friends.
came, like in my sister's generation, they had
Yeah.
like the pads around the springs.
Yeah.
And then when I was buying a new one for my kids, they had this fucking cage on it. And I'm like, that better not make the price go up, because I didn't want to put that on there. But Julia's like,
It's
well,
pain in the
you don't
butt.
want to fall them off. 2 fucking days.
I thought
And they
somebody
broke
did
that.
put it up there.
All it takes is one fucking dude getting thrown into one pole, and then the whole thing's waste. It's a bullshit legal loop around.
Also, no cage makes you tougher. Leave it off.
I
You
agree.
you have a trampoline, right? Did you still have it?
Not since the tornado.
Oh, you got blown away.
Mm.
Oh, man.
No.
Did the tornado take it?
Oh, the tornado put that it like turned it into a wrapped up piece on our fence. Like it wrapped around the fence.
Did you get damage to the
okay.
house?
Yeah, we
Shit,
had.
your area was bad.
Really?
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard. It wasn't. We were lucky in comparison to a lot. We got a new
Yeah.
roof out of the deal, new gutters, and then if we still have a window in the garage that's not been fixed, but it's because we're gonna replace all.
Do you think that was like a natural occurrence, or was that like Jewish weather control that made that happen?
I would believe.
Jokes.
I was like
People.
I was like natural.
There's well, no, I was talking to a lady at the gas station today, and she's like, my husband works, he works for the police, and he knows people in the military, and they're saying every one of them houses was stuff that people have been trying to get rid of for a long time, and I'm like, tell
No,
me,
Roger's
tell me
just
more.
old.
Wait, what? So,
Roger's just
I'm
old.
like, somebody is steering tornadoes now.
Oh my
Like the conspiracy theorists are 1,623 and
Yeah.
in the last 5 years. So it's like, tell me more about this weather controlled tornado.
Well,
I wanna hear it.
even our meteorologists on like 4029 stuff are making jokes about it. Like, I control the weather, folks. Watch out.
Was that the dude that like got fired or?
No, Darby's still on. Darby made a joke on social media about
Well, no. Who was it
About
that did the
controlling
long
the weather?
post about like all the politics and the behind the scenes hiring the? There was some dude, a weatherman, who was let go from his position, and then he started roasting like corporate local news, and was like, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about until like literally the day of, when they can track the weather patterns. It's all marketing, and it comes from corporate, and you guys all know it. I need.
I
to-
didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I'll
He was-
send it to you.
telling all the weather secrets,
Well, he was basically just.
corporate weather agenda.
All weather
It's like-
secrets.
Yeah, it's like the dude that gets out of the thing, and it's like, hey, you know what's going on back in there? And then he just drops the mic, and everybody's like, whoa!
Like the people would
Good times.
leave a fast food place and they talk about,
The nastiness underneath.
But why is fast food? Do you like fast food? Are you kind of healthy now?
I like fast food. Should I eat it?
What is your like? If you're gonna grub out hard and you have
Taco
no
Bell.
shame,
I got,
sister,
ew.
Every
that was
time.
bad.
I
That was
just told
hey,
you.
we gotta.
Yeah,
redo
it was terrible.
That's good smack. Here we go. We got it.
I literally.
I do not want
I
my
had
kids
a
to watch
nasty
this in
talk
20
about
years.
earlier.
and see
I
it.
had a protein bowl earlier. That's as healthy as you get for Taco
Yo.
Bell. But if I'm gonna grub out, I want one
Wait.
of those damn boxes. Like
That's what you had before you came here? Was
Yeah. the protein bowl from Taco Bell.
What's
There
Oh,
are
it's a
options.
literal thing.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
a
they have
pro-
one.
What is it?
Protein
It's a
bowl.
cantina protein bowl, and so it's like beans, and I think they put a little rice. I just skipped the rice. A little bit of
Yeah.
lettuce, and the protein, and like sour cream and.
What do you mean
tomatoes
the
and
protein? The meat, the Taco
Yeah,
Bell
if
meat?
you want steak, you
Their
want
meat
chicken.
is like next level. Like you talk about like
It's
an Angus.
fast
not.
food.
No, hold on here. Angus, right? And then what's that Wagyu beef? Is
Oh,
it
yeah, Wagyu.
and then there's Taco Bell
Yeah, okay.
beef. Okay, that's how it goes. No, the media's lied and they demonize Taco Bell meat,
shit.
but it is actually the most
Dude,
premium
The
grade.
media does not demonize taco meat. Your stomach demonizes taco meat. Like the second,
Straight
Is
to
that
hell.
why I've had diarrhea for 20 years straight? Is it the Taco Bell? Is that what you're telling
Yeah,
me?
is
You
that
didn't
what
need
you're-
an AI to know that.
I was about to say, is that what your AI diagnosed? Like, dude, please quit eating Taco Bell. Please
He
quit
doesn't
getting
know about the Taco Bell. That was the one thing I was ashamed to tell it.
right. Yeah, it's like I've
I eat
had
it
Taco
every
Bell
day.
for a meal
Yeah.
for the past 20 years.
I told it about masturbating to my grandma, but I wouldn't tell it about my addiction to Taco Bell.
Right? Why? Yeah.
Jokes.
Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah, you gotta qualify it, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
make
did
it
take
clear.
a dip in my grandma's ashes though, and people
Right.
used to
Yeah.
freak out about that.
Yeah.
I remember telling that at a manager's meeting. We were playing this game to get to know each other. You know, that kind of stuff
Love
that
those
everybody
icebreakers.
hates.
Love them.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like, give two falls and a truth, and you had to pick one of them. And one of mine was like, I took a dip in my grandmother's ashes, and nobody chose that as the truth.
What was your other ones though? Like were they
You were
just
always
outrageous
good at
as
corporate
well?
Something that was reasonably extreme that they thought I would do. You know, I don't remember what it was exactly, but they're like, he's not that extreme. And it's not like I tried to take a dip of it. She hated that I dipped tobacco. Every time she saw me, she's like, have you quit tobacco yet? No, Grandma, I'm not going to. You know? And so when she died and I got her ashes, I put them in a snuff can. And it was just kind of like, she'd appreciate it. And she was that kind of lady.
Appreciate
She
the
loved
irony.
a good smack in the face.
Yeah. But anyway, so I kept that snuff can in the middle console of the Forerunner that I had. Her Forerunner. So that's her car.
Yeah.
Like, she bought that in 1990. And anyway, I was driving around out here, and that's where I also kept my snuff. Was in that container. So I reached down and grabbed the can and popped it open and put in a dip. And I was like, man, this tastes like human ash. And it just so happened to be. Like bone fragments and all of it.
All right, so we're going to back up about 13 steps. When you said I took a dip in my grandma's ash, I'm like in the pool? Like, I don't understand what we're talking about.
Okay. No.
All
Ash in the
circling
pool.
back now.
Oh, like cremated.
Yeah, no,
Grandma,
I meant,
like
Yeah.
grandma.
yeah, I just didn't register until...
Oh,
Now,
like
what's
a
fucked
dip,
up about
like
it-
a dip. Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
going swimming.
Now,
Like,
the fact that I kept
where
doing
are
it for
you?
weeks after that was a totally different thing. I mean, that was probably inappropriate, but...
No,
all
once
good.
you get the taste, it was fine.
Once
Like,
you get that taste for human
It's an
flesh...
acquired grandma back again.
Acquired taste.
Yeah.
It's really vintage. Like,
What
it's
are-
nice and cured.
Are you like dipping on your top lip now as opposed
Yeah,
to your
I'm-
bottom? Are
I'm-
you trying to rotate so you don't have?
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
because when you find something funny and humorous, then you start laughing and your dip starts falling down. I've noticed. It's like,
That's
like
why-
see it.
That's why I'm putting it on this side.
I know. It's like what is happening here? You're
Clearly...
No, my dental hygienist told me that. She's like,
you
if
can't
you really
want to
keep it going without getting cancer, just switch it. And she goes, and that means going up top. And I was like,
Wow.
if that's what's going to take me to not quit and stay alive, I'll do it. And the
Anything.
mustache, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, I can't tell it's there until you find something humorous and you tip
And then I
her,
smile and
then
my
you're
teeth are black. Yeah,
and
yeah, you
it's
can't
like,
smile
what's
with
happening?
it. That's what I got to do. That charming, like Donatello. You remember how the Ninja Turtles, they'd have like one side would do like this.
That's your caricature.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
that would have been...
Oh,
man, we really...
man,
we gotta go to
that's
Branson
right.
just for this.
Yeah.
No, I've got a
That's true.
Donatello. We can show the camera on this
Oh,
right now.
shit.
We'll close on Donatello being the greatest Ninja Turtle of all time.
Oh, yeah, that's quality.
He saved them every fucking
Is
week
he?
with
Which
his
one?
tech.
It's Donatello, the purple one, right?
He was
He's
the
smart
Elon
one.
Musk of the group, and they were like, "How do we solve this?" And he was like, "With crazy technology that I just invented."
Yeah, he was the smart one.
He's
But
Yeah.
you see how it, like one of them would be like one side, and one would be the other. Donnie had it on both sides, and Raphael was just a
Yeah.
frown.
Wow,
On it.
yeah, that's quality.
You're like, yeah.
That is your
so
face.
If you have a good side, if he's got a dip in over here.
Right. Yes.
Oh.
You won't
yeah.
see. You can smile charmingly.
So is that why
Right.
you put your
There it is.
your kid?
There it is.
There it is. All right, ladies.
Like a mirror.
That's all we needed.
Like a mirror.